me out now. Return of the smooth operator. Shotty on repeat. I say sleep later. This another favor. Consider me your neighbor. Lost a lot of fam in pursuit of the paper. She gon' catch the vapors when we slide by. The way I speak my mind, it's like I peak my prime, but I ain't close. I cruise through the night air. Fantasy a dream. Real world is a nightmare. Like Claire battling the brainless. Learn to live shameless. Talk about me alive, but claim that I'm nameless. You aimless. So I'ma style on them. They washed up. It's a rap. Throw the towel on them. Gaining miles on them. Otakus for the win. Tacos, it depend on the mood that I'm in. Like Finn when it's time for adventure. This some new blue. Get ready to enter my mind for a few. Come and take a ride with the crew. I'ma show you how to recoup days lost when you vibe with the blue. Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. About time to regroup. Fly, got my eyes on the view. Never hear lies, only truth. Realize why they vibe with the blue. 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 I'm talking about vibe with the blue. Vibe with the vibe with the sky. Wait, you know the rest. I'm blessed. I see you frontin' like you ain't impressed, but I still get requests. I'm playing Zelda on the GameCube. I quit spamming my music. Don't ever try forcing the links. That's a high rule. The wind waker, Mother Nature on my side too, controlling the elements. Go and check my avatar. I'm arrows ahead. Get the point. Moving forward, the battle scars accumulated over time are reminders of what I went through as a miner. But made me a grinder. The trees broke down for this loose leaf. If life's a game of death, I'm Bruce Lee. Ooh wee. Lose sleep on the regular, trying to get this word out. Then I crash Nebula. Wish I had a very odd parent, maybe two, but it's cool. Everybody pays dues. Now it's time to make moves. Granny didn't raise me to lose. Think I'm in the mood for a cruise. Wanna ride? Come and vibe with the blue. Come 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 vibe with the. Check this out, y'all. I'm back spazzing like the elderly worth of my cousin Beverly. Never swear away from the truth. Just ask Heather, be weather, be trippin', starting to control like our destiny. Always give you the best of me until the death of me. My weaponry is a paintbrush. Hush, don't tell my secret. They get a hold of it. If you leak it, get it. It's cool. Got you covered though, look. But let me get back to that cool-ish, loose-ish. Why they still lying? They don't do this. Bad at board games, whole world clueless. Selling they soul for Roof Chris. Who's this honored fella? Need a sliced extra mozzarella. Crew fly, let God propellers. Humanity born like they don't trust fun. Why you dodge the teller? You don't know, but my odds are better. Life's a gamble, depending on who holding the cards. You can start living at large or it's bon voyage. Charge it to the game. Me and you ain't the same. I'm thinking bigger pictures. Why you still shrinking the frame, ever blinking the rain? It helps when your eyes dry. Mob with the bright minds. Think you funny, wise guy? Midnight marauder with a new tribe. Tired of the fake. Come and vibe with the blue sky. Come vibe with the blue sky. Why do you try? We get them high. Take them high. What I do? Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. Come vibe with the blue. Pass what up? Vibe with the.
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
I have seen everything that has ever happened, ever will happen, ever could happen, and yet, what the hell is this?
Are you ready?
Word to wise, grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple lies. You can't see me, you Stevie, wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Dream on, yeah. Dream on, Dreamweaver.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's your boy Ernie, Blerd Without Fear, got the homie Carter presents. Welcome to episode 260 of the Blerd Cave, the #1 comic book news stream on this or any other Earth in the multiverse that you can also find, not just here on YouTube. You can also find us on Spotify, Google, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Timbuktu. You can find us all over the place where good podcasts may be found, but also make sure you, if you do, leave us a rating. Helps us find more listeners like yourself. And also, if you're here on YouTube, go ahead and tickle that like button. You know you want to. That said, Carter, how you doing?
I'm finally going to Cold Stone today so that people that have been coming to my Twitch streams recently can shut up. Go. And I swear to God.
Oh, wait.
This
hold
ice
on.
cream.
Hold on. Wait a minute. It says no sound.
Oh, boy.
Hold up. Let me see. No, I got sound on my side.
Yeah.
I have the stream up.
Okay, now I hear people saying,
I was about to say, I don't...
okay, some people had to refresh, apparently.
I was going to say, excuse me? Excuse me?
Yeah. But anyway, to
carry on. Man, y'all don't scare me like that.
You know what? I don't even want to talk about fucking ice cream. I'm salty. I'm very salty.
You salty? Wait.
Because I saw a question that was asked in the Discord to us, but the whole Kendrick Lamar concert that happened.
Oh, yeah. Go off, King.
Well, it ain't even about me going off. It's just that my finger is not on the pulse like I thought it was. So I didn't even know that Kendrick concert was happening, and that was a fucking sold out arena. So you had a sold out arena full of motherfuckers that knew that Kendrick Lamar concert was happening, but not this dude. And what made it even more fucked up, that was a Tupac quote if you didn't catch it. The arena, the Forum arena where he performed, it's just right down the street.
You could have walked to that motherfucker.
I could have took a scooter. Could have took a bus, saved some gas real quick. Just went down the road real quick, real fast, and saw him perform Drake did 6 times for whatever reason. But yeah, I'm kind of salty about that, man. I would have went. I'm trying to get more into my concert bag, because growing up in Memphis,
that's fair.
Like, I feel like we didn't have like concerts. Like, going to Senses to see somebody perform, that ain't a concert to me. I never got to do the pyramid.
Really?
And the only time I went to the Forum, it wasn't even to watch the Grizzlies. It was when I took my grandmother to see the Globetrotters.
I was about to say, I mean, okay, so I don't go to concerts as often just because I don't like being around large amounts of people. Like, it's one of those, I'll just watch the DVD or Blu-ray or whatever. Or if you stream it live, I'll watch it. But like, I think one of the last concerts I went to here in Memphis was one was Weezer.
Oh, wow.
and the other was Tool. Like, I go to the Forum for like other stuff. I go for like basketball games and wrestling and speaking of I think both WWE and AEW are going to be here soon-ish. And I go to the Redbird Stadium for soccer games. Now, because we are a soccer family now. Cersei is she's in the blue lock. She's in her blue lock mode now. So
okay, so she quit. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, if she keep hitting them goals, she gonna be crip.
That says a lot that the Redbirds are so trash that a soccer team is having to use the baseball field. That is bad. How much money and how much it was promoted. For everybody that don't know, the Memphis Redbirds, they're not even an MLB team. That's the Cardinals like D-League squad. They come over here and whoop one good time. Like this whole baseball arena was built for this team. It's not a MLB team.
No,
and for the most part, they on the same level as, for some of you that might not know, Memphis also, I'm assuming, unless Ernie corrects me, has a hockey team as well called the River Kings. And don't nobody talk about the River Kings, and don't nobody talk about the Redbirds. Why? Because they suck.
Well, to be fair, the soccer team is not like a pro. I mean, it's a pro league, but it's not like, to my understanding, it's not like you ain't gonna see the motherfuckers at FIFA. Let's put it like that.
But point being, they got more action going on that goddamn field than the baseball team it was created for.
Not really. I mean, it's their season right now. But I mean, they're good. The team is good. Like I will say this: soccer is a weird sport to me, and I'm still kind of getting used to it. Like I was never really a soccer person by trade. I was always more of a like American football person.
All you gotta do is watch Ted. All you gotta do is watch Ted Lasso.
Well, no, I watch Blue Lock. I watch Blue Lock. That is actually it's sad that anime is what made me. It was a combination of anime and my daughter playing soccer is what has made me a soccer person. And it's funny because watching Blue Lock has made Cersei more interested in soccer than what she was. So it's kind of funny.
Okay.
But I was messing with her the other day because they had to do a little 4-on-4 at this little soccer camp. And I was like, I said, shit. I said, you better be careful. You lose. I said, he'll kick your ass out.
You just said it like that. What the hell? Goddamn.
She knew I was joking. She knew I was.
You want to talk about pressure? Goddamn.
No, I was. Well, it was funny because I was messing with her because it's hilarious to me because she watches it with us, so she knew what I was talking about. I was like, because sometimes when we would be watching other teams play, like when she was playing, I would look at her and be like, see that person right there? They wouldn't survive the Blue Lock. I'm like, they'd be out the Blue Lock. They soccer career over. But no,
I want to get away from the Blue Lock of it all to ask you a more important question. Ernie,
yes,
what you been reading?
We're gonna talk about that later.
Are we?
Show notes. Remember, I told you we were going back to doing it the old way. This is what the show notes are for, sir.
Sweet.
Anyway,
you know what the retarded ass part about that is? I'm
we
looking
don't say
dead
that
at
word.
Sorry, but I'm looking dead at it. I'm looking like it. This is what I've been looking at this entire time.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's okay though. I'm not gonna hold it against you. He didn't read the show notes. Show notes.
Ernie is, in fact, in Memphis.
Yes, I am. Memphis.
And I'm jelly right now because he is still in Memphis. And I'm stuck in Los Angeles right now. I'm super jelly.
It's funny to say stuck though. Like it's like because you would think that LA would be like so much better, but like man, that shit's expensive. That shit comes with a price tag. I'm sorry. No, thank you.
Talking about Elden Ring before we started the show, boy. This is the Shadow Realm. This is the Shadow of Erdtree right here.
I was sure just thinking about that too. So for those who don't know what Shadow of the Erdtree, I actually started playing that shit last night, and when I pulled up the map, because I wasn't really paying attention to the shit that popped up on the screen. When I play like Soulsborne games, I just play. I don't pay attention to nothing anybody says to me. I don't pay attention to any markings or whatever. When they pop that shit up big on the screen, like, dude, I'll be like, yeah, I don't care. I'm ready to fight some shit. I walked in that motherfucker and was like, wow, this motherfucker's for real called the Realm of Shadow. Like I was like, damn. I said, so basically, where do you go when you die here? You just stay in this motherfucker.
I ended up seeing somebody pick up an item that literally said the Shadow Realm, and I just bust out laughing. There's literally some kind of item you pick up, and it's called like the Shadow Realm something. And Now I just need to see Pegasus pop up at some point with the Millennium Eye on that game, and I'm gonna crack up. You would kick it in Carter with LA. You better try too quick because I am trying my hardest.
You're trying to leave.
Move back home. Trying to move back home and get back to Memphis. I am trying my damnedest.
Speaking of trying our damnedest, because that's the thing here. We need this. We need the like button to be touched. And as Don Heim says, with a $2 super chat says, tickle, tickle. Get that little like button. So yeah, y'all do that.
I'm gonna tell you to make sure. I don't even want you to tickle anything. Don't come around me tickling because that's how you get pepper spray. Just click the like button, please.
Nah, tickle.
Don't tickle nothing around me. Hey, real quick. Don't do that.
Treat that shit like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Just. We got a middle-aged cow with the 2 says, "Are y'all hyped about Marvel vs. Capcom collection?" You know,
this will be interesting.
It was the most shocking thing that I was not. It took a minute for it to sink in that it was real. I don't know how I feel about it. Well, I know this much. I will get it just to play. With people that are in the house. Yeah. And, with the homies, but like, I ain't playing that. I don't know if it has online or not. I'm not playing that shit online.
It does. It's rollback netcode.
I'm good.
Every one of them has rollback.
No,
See,
I'm good.
With me,
I'm good.
I wasn't a versus guy like that, but I've had several of my friends that are diehard, like competitive versus players. So like they want me to get it, not even just to play with them, but to support it, to hopefully get a new Marvel vs. Capcom down the line. So they keep trying to get all of us to buy the damn thing. But I will say one of my key memories when I was back in Memphis was the first time I went to an arcade and I saw X-Men versus Street Fighter. I saw Ryu and Scott Summers shake hands, and I almost cried because that was the most gangster thing I had ever seen in my life because I did not know anything like that existed. I did not know about Children of the Atom. I did not know about Marvel superheroes versus Street Fighter. I didn't know about Marvel vs. Capcom. I just saw X-Men versus Street Fighter. The intro video had Gambit whooping, I think it was whooping Bison, or Zangief was fighting Sabretooth. I'm just like, what is this? So, no, I might, but I feel like it's just going
to No, so Marvel vs. Capcom 1, that was obviously a thing for me. 2 was kind of where I lived. That said,
you were Tilt.
Yeah. No, I used to be, Tilt, Fun Fair, all that shit. But I'm gonna tell you what made me kind of slick salty with the game. This is 100% a skill issue, so I'm not blaming the game. I'm not blaming the person I was playing against. But one of my homies was nasty with cable.
Yeah.
And dude, let me tell you something. That motherfucker would pop my ass up in the air. He did it to everybody, so I didn't even take it personally. He would pop motherfuckers in the air.
You should have took it personally. You should have took it personally.
Viper Beam! Viper Beam!
Okay. Boom,
Viper Beam! Viper Beam!
Not your friend. Your friend was not nasty with Cable. Cable was just cheap.
Well, no.
Your friend wasn't nasty with him. You have every right to be upset and feel disrespected. The Cable was cheap. It was very cheap. And Gavin, apparently, he says that Memphis is like his home away from home. He used to go to college there, and he plans on being in Memphis for the Memphis Comic Expo, Ernie. So,
oh shit! So, hey, Gavin, we need to link up.
He said, I'm getting it for me, but I'm for damn sure not getting it to play on.
No. Look, you ain't about to give. Look, let me tell you something. Let me make it as clear as humanly possible.
Yeah.
Make it as clear as humanly possible. I want to be clear as crystal. I don't play with these young motherfuckers on on any of this shit. Motherfuckers are too nasty online. And the thing is, I can't look
ones our age who still been playing forever. This is their time. They queued up John Cena's music as soon as the trailer finished.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
It is time, ladies and gentlemen. They puffed their chest out. They pulled themselves off the couch. They used the hand sanitizer to get all that Cheeto dust off and said, "Yep, it is time for a reckoning." So yeah, I'm gonna pray for y'all. Ooh, Lord.
Look, I will say this much. I'll say this much. I think since the early days of being able to play fighting games online, I have never enjoyed it. Like I like if I'm gonna play, like once again, it's all we got because arcades not really a thing anymore. The thing for me is I just don't like going against people I can't look at. Because I want to be able to. You gonna look me in the eye when you pull that cheap ass Viper Beam shit.
Oh,
you gonna
okay,
look me in the eye. You gonna look me in the eye and see how mad I am. Like, or what is it? I remember when, because we used to do this. It used to be like a house rule. Not with Marvel versus Capcom per se.
Yeah.
But okay, so when it came to versus games, Marvel versus Capcom was not like my main thing. I was more of a Capcom versus SNK guy.
Okay.
That was where I lived because I played more King of the Fighters. But man, one of my homies, same dude actually, now I think about it. That motherfucker loved picking boss characters. It would be eating our ass up, and I would just be like, every time I just look at that motherfucker, just be like,
he would be the one to get kicked out of the house because I hate when people do that. Don't pick
motherfucker playing Ultimate Rugal and shit.
Yeah, don't do that, and then you want to try to stunt. That's how you get that's how you get the remote thrown at you. And then I swear to God, if my remote broke when it connected, you finna pay me money to get a new remote.
Oh,
and it better be universal.
Man. It just here's the thing. It's I don't know. Like, and to be fair, I don't like, and some of y'all might have been around long enough to be familiar with this. In the Discord server, and I don't know, one day we might bring this back. I don't know. I kind of got away from it because it created a hostile environment with some folks that used to be in the Discord. But we used to play. We used to have fight nights in the Discord server. Some of y'all have been around long enough. Y'all might remember this. But yeah, we used to have fight nights, and like we would usually play like King of Fighters, Tekken, Street Fighter, whatever, Guilty Gear, whatever, whatever everybody had. Used to play Uno too, but yeah, that's a fight of a different type. But I remember that being fun. But yeah, I would tell people even then, you pick a boss character, I'm cutting the game off because I don't play that. I don't play that.
Oh, come on, man. We just having fun.
No, that ain't fun.
You having fun.
Yeah. I'm about to say, yeah.
Like, no.
You having fun.
No.
I'm not having fun. You having fun. You having fun in my expense is what you having. It's kind of why actually, I'm not gonna lie, fighting games is kind of why I gravitated more towards cooperative games. Where I would be more inclined to play something with people where we were working together towards a common goal. But even that sometimes can be stressful. It can be stressful sometimes. So I'm it's one of those things. It's kind of like
Uno nights show how stressful that shit used to be,
Man, look, let me tell you something.
When we started playing Uno, what was that? The Uno Twisted or the Uno Flip?
What Flip? It was Flip. That's what it was. Dude, that shit was so goddamn man. I'm not gonna lie.
All have never seen Rage.
Oh no!
Before you have seen the Blerd Without Fear have to draw 24.
Oh no! Ooh,
you have not seen Rage until you have seen that Ernie has to draw yellows. If he does not get a yellow on that next card, he got to keep pulling until the yellow comes out. Y'all have not seen the level of anger You all have not seen me laugh nearly as hard. Because the shit had me in tears.
Look, I wasn't laughing then. I can laugh about it now. But at the time,
oh, dog,
that shit was not funny to me.
I have never been so happy that a game was online multiplayer and not in person.
Ooh, dude, that table would have got flipped. Dude, that table would have got flipped. I'm like, y'all know what's that shit with dude, the Magic the Gathering dude? He flipped the table with all the cards on it.
Yeah,
that would have been me.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, man, fuck this shit.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you what was funny because I think you remember this. It was you, me, it was Cammy. It was when Gold. No, it wasn't Gold. It was your old homegirl from way back when.
I know. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
And she had to do 32.
Ooh.
And you kept saying, "Go ahead, get the game at 32. Pick up, sister." And she would just get more mad the more you said it.
Ooh, man, it was,
bruh.
man. I'll say this. I'm in a better place now, and I think I would take it a little better, not by much though. If it happened to me today, because I will definitely say, and I think Carter knows this about me as well. If Robo's in the chat, he knows this too. It doesn't matter the game.
Yeah.
I have as much as I don't like to admit it, I have a very competitive spirit. When I play a game, I want to win. It doesn't matter what we're playing. It doesn't matter if we're playing against each other or if we're playing something together where we're working together. I like to win. I don't like to lose. I think losing sucks. Losing is not fun to me. And I will definitely say I'm a lot better about it today. Like just being like, that's okay. It's not that big a deal. But yeah, no, if you'd have caught me back when that shit happened, oh no, I probably would have how Carter be dipping out the call. That would have been me. I'd be like, bloop.
Okay, you talking about them. So you are on the level of me when having to play hunt with you and someone who I will not mention because you told me to be nice.
Yes, please be nice. Be nice. Be nice. Anyway, speaking of being nice, we're gonna be nice all the rest of the show. But no, it is what it is. We're gonna be nice all the rest of the show. No, we have. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about this. This is something I thought was interesting. I saw this and I specifically thought about Carter. But before we talk about it, I do want to make sure we don't miss anything. I want to say shout out to Middle Age Cal for that Blerd Club Silver. Appreciate you, pimp. Also, we got what do we got here? Man, Nut out here with 10.
Name. Hey,
I'm
just hoping. He said, I'm just hoping somehow this leads to Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Online Edition getting unlocked. Hashtag unlock 3SOE. I didn't know it was locked. I have that game on PlayStation 3, but I assumed now you all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like they came out with a Street Fighter 3 collection recently,
Did they?
like this Marvel collection. I feel like they did.
You know what? Here,
You had all 3 Street Fighter 3, so that might be as far as you get now.
Oh, I want to see something real quick. I want to see like what they have it. Let's see here. Yeah, I think it's on PlayStation. Okay, so I see it's on. They must have come out with it at some point because I see it listed for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
Oh, it was the 30th anniversary.
I see it now. Yep. Okay. Yep. That was it. I'm about to say, because I could have sworn we talked. I could have sworn. Oh, wait. No. Wait a minute.
Oh, you said the 30. Okay.
It ain't that good. Ain't that good. Okay. Never mind. Also, shout out to because I think I don't even think I have to look this up to know who it was that did it. I am Gregor D out here gifted out the 5. Gifted out 5 fucking memberships over on the Twitch side. Love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see it out here. Okay, now we're gonna get into our thing. We're gonna get into our thing now.
Yeah.
I said we're getting into the thing. We're getting into the thing. Okay, we're gonna do it. I promise.
So you saw this and you thought of me. What is the this that you done saw?
It was this. No, in all seriousness, though, I thought this was interesting because, I will say this. I sat down and thought about this for a while. I actually sat down and thought about this for a while the other day. So if you've been following the discourse online, and God help you if you have, there are people have feelings.
That's a fucked up thing to say to start this up. If you've been reading this, go loyal.
I mean, well, it's interesting to me because I'll okay. So I'm gonna quote Tim Seeley. I'm gonna quote Tim Seeley here because
bring it up. Okay, bring it on.
I'm gonna quote Tim Seeley here. When I don't like something,
yeah,
do y'all know what I do? I just stop reading it. Like I don't really go online and like say anything, or if I do, it's never anything like super crazy. It's just like, I just kind of fell off. Whatever. No, and it's because I tell people this all the time. I consider my reading time very sacrosanct, like very, very important, very, very important. So if something's not holding my attention, I just move on from it. It's not that big a deal. And that's a paraphrase of of something I remember Tim Seeley saying, talking about how, when the Spider Clone Saga came out, he was always reading Spider-Man, but he didn't like the Spider Clone Saga. So you know what he did? He stopped reading Spider-Man, or at least he for that time frame. And then once it was over, he came back and was like, oh, okay, cool, everything's all good again. And that's kind of my mentality. That's even before hearing Tim Seeley say that was always just kind of my mentality on things. Some of y'all know I used to cover Amazing Spider-Man on the channel because at the time I was actually enjoying it. And then it got to a point where when the Rabin stuff, because for a lot of people, they hated Amazing Spider-Man off rip, like just off rip, just like done, get it out of here. I liked it from when he took over, and even though I'm not that big a fan of Ben Reilly, like I actually kind of liked the early Ben Reilly stuff. And was when they relaunched and like people really fucking hated it. And for me, it was just, oh, okay, this is just a thing that's going on. This is okay. It wasn't until the Rabin stuff really kicked in. I didn't and yes, I know I know a lot of people are angry about the Spider-Man's greatest arch nemesis, like the new Spider-Man villain that was introduced in Zeb Wells' Spider-Man. Y'all know who he is. The new founder of the Sinister Six, the real Sinister Six, Paul. And don't get me wrong. I get why people don't like it. Like, I totally get it. I understand. I would not fight anybody over it. It is, because for one, it's not worth it to fight. But
yeah,
everybody is getting their wish. All the people that are angry.
Let's not say everybody.
Well, no, not everybody.
There are
obviously
several people that, I mean,
the book makes money, okay? Like the book would have been canceled, okay? Somebody reading it, okay? Somebody is reading it, so it clearly has fans, all right? It has fans. Marvel ain't gonna keep that book. I mean, well, it's Spider-Man, so they're not gonna cancel it. But like, let's be real. Zeb Wells would have been put off the book if it wasn't selling. He would have been put off the book if it wasn't selling on some level. Like, and they gave him events. He got events. He got Gang War and Dark Web. He got 2 events. So I mean, I'm not gonna. I think Marvel would not have given him 2 events if somebody wasn't buying it. Somebody's buying it. They might be hate buying it, but they buy it.
Yeah.
So, but my whole thing is that to the folks that don't like Paul, which, by the way, Paul is a devious motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. Paul, I'm not gonna lie. You know what? Paul is like I'm not. I was being facetious when I said it earlier. That motherfucker is dastardly.
Okay.
That motherfucker's dastardly. Let me ask this question. Go ahead,
because
this motherfucker.
If there's one thing I never understood, well, no, I understood it. I got it, but it just still makes me laugh that so many people hate the character of Paul. It's clear why you all hate him, because it's not Peter. Duh. Well, I get it. But at the same time, y'all need to get off that. Like immediately.
Like
yesterday.
Get off that shit. Like yesterday.
It still tickles me that like so many people hate that character, and they will give you a million dumbass reasons as to why, when in actuality, I literally just told you why you don't like that character, because it ain't Pete.
It ain't Pete.
I digress, man. I'm gonna let you get everything off before
I well, okay. Here's the real thing. Here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you how I feel on this matter. For one, I just saw someone say that Paul was Mephisto. If it turned out that Paul was Mephisto, I would holler. But yeah, no. Here's the thing. It's not just Zeb Wells. John Romita Jr. is also going to be stepping away from the Amazing Spider-Man series. It's not like, and I want to make it clear, no one has been fired. No one is being kicked out.
No.
Zeb Wells is walking away under his own power. This story is reaching its inevitable conclusion, and I think the days of people writing Spider-Man for 8, 9, 10 years is done. It's not a thing anymore. No one, like, I'll be honest with you, you're never gonna get that again. You're not gonna get Dan Slott. How long did Dan Slott write Spider-Man? What was it, like 8? 9 years? It may not have been that much. It might have just felt like it, but I don't know.
Damn.
I mean, I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean it in a bad way. I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm sorry.
He wrote it for a decade.
Okay, there you go. So that's the thing. You're not going to get that anymore. Like how, like, I know this wasn't quite as long. Jason Aaron was on Thor for like, what, several years?
Yeah, he was on there for several years. Zeb has been on Spidey since April of 2022.
Okay, so yeah. So we're running up on 2 years. Yeah. Gregor D said Dan wrote ASM for 11 years. Look, hey, there's a timeline out there where Dan Slott is still writing Spider-Man. I just want y'all to know that. There's a timeline out there.
You know what timeline it is? It's a timeline we in, because he's still doing
Spider-Boy
and the Spider-Man and adjectiveless Spider-Man. So he's still there. This is that timeline.
Yes,
out of 11 million timelines, we in the one.
Look, I imagine Dan Slott is sitting at home somewhere, chained to his desk, and they just like got a gun to his head, like, one more Spider-Man book.
Soon as his ass trying to reach over for like that Image contract real quick, get his ass, get your ass back over there on Peter Parker and Spider-Boy. Get your ass over there.
Excuse me, sir? Yeah, I think you're going to need to put that Image book down. Oh, you want to go write for DC? Nah.
One of them hands is permanently way up to the desk, because you don't need two hands to write. But I'm left-handed. Well, you finna be ambidextrous today, sir.
Look, because first off, I just want to put this out. Do you know how nasty that would be to type out? Like, because I don't know if any of y'all have ever written or typed out a comic script. Dude, trying to type that shit out with one hand, that is nasty work. That is nasty work, okay? That is nasty work. Oh my God, you are a degenerate and a fiend. But no, here's the thing. So yes, they're gonna conclude their Amazing Spider-Man. They're gonna do one final arc, and it's going to be an arc that's going to end the way that, well, not necessarily the way Zeb Wells' run started, because I think a lot of people forget, before the relaunch, he was already writing Spider-Man. That was kind of, so sometimes people forget about that. But when they relaunched Spider-Man, from that point, it is going to end the way it began at the relaunch, which is with Spider-Man locked into a struggle with Tombstone.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be going back to Tombstone. And I'm okay with this. It's like, cause often we complain that, the same villains just get used over and over and over and over and over again. They don't ever go up against anybody different. They don't use any of their lesser knowns and, this, that, and the third and what have you, whatever.
Yeah.
This is not that instance. We're going to actually get a legitimate, throwdown between Spider-Man and Tombstone. One where it seems like Zeb is gonna try to put Tombstone on that level where he is, because I feel like Tombstone as a character, I feel like he's not as imposing or as threatening as like maybe he should be, or he's not. I don't think anyone ever writes him in such a way where he feels like he is as imposing or as threatening as I feel he should be as a character. Like, I think some people, when they think of Tombstone, I feel like they think about the character as being like that guy that Spider-Man fights sometimes and gets worked by Spider-Man most of the time. That's what I feel. That's how, I don't know. What do you think, Carter? Do you
So here's the thing. The comic had originally, when Zeb Wells was going to take over for Nick Spencer, I believe.
Yes.
The book had one thing already working against it when it comes to me.
Okay.
And the thing it had working against it was not Zeb Wells. Because funny enough, Zeb Wells was one of the reasons I was excited to start reading Spider-Man, because I had just finished Hellions. I'm literally on Amazon right now about to buy fucking Hellions, the hardcover for it.
Yeah.
So when I heard that he was on that book just coming fresh off of Hellions, I'm like, okay, because Hellions was a fucking blast. Like, I can't wait to see what he's gonna do with Spider-Man. But then I saw, and I know I'm gonna be in the minority with this, but I was never someone who was a big fan of John Romita Jr. art.
Gotcha.
But I'm one of those people where if the story is really good, you can move past the art. I'm somebody who told you all about Scott Snyder's All-Star Batman, who John Romita Jr. also did the art for that book. I enjoyed the story so damn much, I didn't mind the art. And some of the spots, it was really good art for John Romita Jr. But now that he has been on this book for so long, well, I say so long, it's only been 2 years. It just goes back to,
well, I mean, considering the 10 issues is an ongoing, I mean, I feel like that is a long time. Sorry, that was.
I know a lot of you will expect me to just go in, but here's the deal. It's something that Ernie and I have been saying quite a few times with certain, with not even certain individuals, just writers in general. For you're not gonna make every shot. You're not.
No.
You're for every hit you're gonna have some misses. And for me, Spider-Man was a really big miss. When it comes to Spider-Man, I think coming fresh off of Hellions, Zeb Wells was in the playoffs.
Yeah. And
then the more and more I read of Amazing Spider-Man, I said, okay, you made it to the playoffs, but you got swept in the first round just reading this. But just to go back to the point, the book still made a lot of money because a lot of people were buying it. It does not matter if they were buying it because they enjoyed it. It does not matter if they were buying it because they were hate reading it. It don't matter that people were buying that book just because of a Spider-Man. That's some stuff that we have talked about ad nauseum too many times. Where people just buy a book because it's a thing,
just because
it's a character. But am I happy that he's off the book? I mean, honestly, I don't care. I want to know who's going to be stepping in now. That's where my mind went when I saw this. I said, okay, he's finally off the book. I'm not going to be like other people, because there was one comment I saw that said, like, wow, Zeb Wells' biggest contribution to Spider-Man lore was fucking wreck rap.
I mean,
I'm not somebody who would say that. It was just a comment I read that made me laugh. But
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
no, you didn't. I just saw it. I just saw it. No, you didn't.
I just saw it.
If you are not a Memphian, you won't know why that is so good. You won't understand why Ernie is laughing as hard as he is right now. Wow. Wow. I would have been nice enough to say, I wouldn't have called Zeb Wells Chandler Parsons. I would have said, hell, you could have said Allen Iverson. Because fun facts, just basketball related real quick. Allen Iverson played for the Memphis Grizzlies. But he played for 3 games. This was supposed to be where he retired. This was going to be the team. He only played 3 games. 3 preseason games. Got $3 million.
That man said, all right, I'm out. He said, I'm out.
You see, Zeb Wells is kind of like Allen Iverson Hellions. But then when you get to the team, nothing.
Yeah, that's...
but yeah, man.
I mean, here's the thing.
But just to put a final dot on it. It just goes back to what you and I have said. For every hit, you'll have a miss. And to me, I'm not going for personal attacks. I'm not going to say that they're this. I'm not going to say that they're that. I'm not going to bring up personal stuff that's happened with them. I'm going to say, for me, this was a miss. And I was somebody who, and I've told you all several times, if I'm going to have an opinion on a book, I'm going to read it. I'm not just going to dunk on it. So I was continuously reading Amazing Spider-Man with the hopes that the book was going to get better. And there were like an issue here and there, but as an entire story tapestry kind of deal, it just wasn't hidden for me. It wasn't.
No.
So So this was a Zeb Wells miss, man. That's all I'll say. That
it sucks. It sucks because, and I'm not saying Spider-Man sucks. I'm saying I think the situation sucks because I like it's man. It hurt because of how much I loved Hellions, and I've liked I've liked other stuff from Zeb Wells. So it's like it was one of the, you know what it is? I think I know what it is. Okay, so the reason why I think it's a twofold attack. It's a twofold attack. So I feel like some of it is the fact that Spider-Man is such a, I don't want to say insert character because that's not really what he is, but I feel like Spider-Man is one of those characters that's so fucking relatable that the people who love Spider-Man, they see themselves in Spider-Man. So when they see a Spider-Man going through some shit and not like, living his best life, people get a little more angry about that than they do most other characters. Spider-Man, he was in the hospital, like, laid up for a while. Dude lost his girl after it looked like they were getting ready to take that plunge, and him and Aunt May, they're not tight, and everything just seems, dude got bill collectors chasing him down, and it was just insane. It was insanity. But also at the same time, I feel like it was also just the fact that, aside from the whole Paul stuff, I do feel like some of the storylines just weren't hitting. Like the Green Goblin stuff I liked. Yeah. I like the Green Goblin. Like a part where Peter turns into Green Goblin, that part's kind of You kind of jumping the shark right there. The shark, like you have nuked the fridge. You have jumped the shark at that point.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question about that in regards to that?
Please.
Are you talking about when it originally happened, or are you talking about like this past week's issue of Spider-Man?
Both, actually. Yeah, both.
That cover when I was at the comic shop yesterday in Holland, boy. I said, what is this diabolical cover, bro?
Well, I will say this. I personally, sorry, you just said this. It happened twice. It just here's the thing. I can find things to like.
Mm-hmm.
But on the whole, it just was not for me. Now, when it ends, we don't. It's good. So basically, the long and short of it is we're going to be getting, this is going to be Amazing Spider-Man number 56, which is technically 850. Legacy number is where they're going to kind of start the final arc. I don't know how long that arc is going to go, or if it's going to become a bigger thing past that. There have been rumors of who will be coming in after Zeb Wells. Some of the rumor mill seems to be of the belief that Joshua Williamson is going to be taking over Amazing Spider-Man. I don't know why people think that, but it is what people think.
Okay.
But I think there's a hole in that logic, and it's that, if I'm not mistaken, Joshua Williamson, well, I know his Green Arrow and his God, there's another series he has, I think, just wrapped up. Point is, while that is wrapping up, Joshua Williamson still got Superman duties, as far as I'm aware. I don't think anything's changed in that regard. So I don't know. I don't know if he has an exclusivity deal. I feel like he does. Just me. But I don't know if that's where he's going to go. And even if he does, I have questions about which Joshua Williamson is going to show up. Is it going to be Night Terror's Joshua Williamson, or is it going to be Birthright Joshua Williamson? I want to be Birthright Joshua Williamson. But no, it's
still read a lot. I still have to read and tough it out through a lot of Joshua Williams' book, because I remember that Birthright. I remember how great he was in high school, and I keep trying to ignore how he acted in college.
Well, I mean, I would even go say, like, his Flash was A1. Like, his Flash was A1, and I've liked those. And hell, actually, you know what? Maybe he doesn't have an exclusivity deal, because he was writing in the Energon universe. Let me take that back. He might not have an exclusivity deal, because his Duke and his Cobra Commander are lit.
Here's the thing with that. And I think this is the one thing, I just saw that comment. Okay, it's from Giovanni King. He was saying, he feels like at the end of the day, this is what happens under the Spider-Man editorial mandate. Whatever they want, you got to do, and you got to take the blame. And here's the thing. The one thing I will absolutely applaud Zeb Wells on is the same thing that I would applaud Benjamin Percy on. 50 issues of X-Force, 50 issues of Wolverine, and he is getting just stomped by fans, just like Zeb Wells, if not worse. Because Spider-Man is the guy. So I really think whoever comes onto this book next, you really have to be carved out of just the purest of marble. Because for Zeb Wells to just compartmental and just put all of that somewhere and still pump out 50, I will absolutely give him credit for that, because Spider-Man fans, toxic Spider-Man fans, way too damn passionate Spider-Man fans are some of the most horrific, horrible human beings,
man,
on this planet, on this 5011 timeline. Those are some of the worst people in the world. So to be able to tough it out and still tooth nail with the same artist through the damn near the majority of it for 50 plus, man.
I'll be real with you. I say this shit all the time. Man, don't nobody hate Spider-Man like Spider-Man fans. And the article that we actually got we sourced this from, article we actually sourced this from, they said something in that article I thought was very telling. That I had to agree with, above and beyond most things, is that they were saying that like Zeb Wells' Amazing Spider-Man run was very divisive amongst modern readers. And they also followed up by saying that, which isn't anything new, because Spider-Man is always divisive.
Always.
Like, and I'm not even talking about like just like in the last like 5, 10, 15 years. Like, I said it earlier, the Spider-Clone saga. I remember being a kid reading Amazing Spider-Man back then, and I knew I was not alone because I remember going into the shops and hearing people talk shit about the Spider-Clone saga in the shop when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, this isn't anything new. Like it's yeah. You ain't shit decking out.
Whatever.
Said been divisive since Shotty got yeeted off the George Washington Bridge.
Wow.
I mean, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. I mean, here's the thing. Everybody hates Spider-Man at some point. Everybody hates Spider-Man at some point. At some point, I don't care how good or bad the writing is, somebody gonna be mad about Spider-Man. It just is what it is. I think it is as, like, honestly, that shit is about as American as apple fucking pie is. Dude, to hate Spider-Man.
Look how so many people despise, because, like, and that's the point I think a lot of people need to understand. Just because you didn't like it, don't mean other folks did. What you see? What did you see?
No, Gavin says sins of the past for me.
Oh, wow.
I forgot.
I forgot about that.
I'm gonna need I need Will Smith to come out with a little Men in Black pen, because I need to, because Gavin,
want somebody to neuralize?
I need you to neuralize my ass, because like I had forgotten about that shit, and Gavin had brought it up, and now my ass, like, I just had a flood of memories, and now I want to lose those memories. We need to get it up out of here. Get it up out of here.
All right, now you don't want to say the name of that too fast, or well, not too fast, but you don't want to say it too many times.
Oh yeah.
J. Michael Straczynski is damn near just like Candyman. You say it too many times, he's gonna come through the mirror and grab your ass. So you,
yeah. Well, and I also want to point out, and I think everybody should have the same energy.
Okay. Just
checked out on it. Wasn't trying to TP somebody's house over it. There you go. That's what I'm talking. Like, because I want to say this because I feel like it bears saying. I know our community is very good about this. So I know I don't have to worry about us, but I just want to make it very clear, just in case there is somebody that is new that just doesn't know what time it is here.
Yeah.
Don't go to conventions and harass these people. Don't go to conventions, stand in line for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours just so you can shit on them to their face. And don't send them death threats or like threats of bodily harm and shit like that.
I'm happy you said that, because even though there are several people that hated Superior Spider-Man, absolutely fucking hated.
Oh, I remember.
I love that book. I've talked about how, when I was still in Memphis, I would go to Comics and Collectibles, and people are talking about how they would punch Zeb Wells in the face and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, and I say, no, you wouldn't.
You wouldn't do it.
But it's funny when you said going to conventions and stuff like that, because I still remember that story I told you when I went to LA Comic-Con for the first time, and I was in the line with Donnie Cates and Ryan Stegman, and there was a guy in front of me who was in the line to get stuff autographed. He was in the line to get his book signed, but was shitting on everything that Donnie Cates had written up to that point. Couldn't stand whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. His writing is this, and I feel like he was better when he did this. He got right to the front of that line. He got right to the front of that fucking line and just glazed Donnie Cates to his face to get all those books signed. People are weird. People are so weird.
I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit, because it's like I'm not it's weird, because part of me wants to be like, keep that same energy. Like, y'all know how I feel about certain things. And, I'll use a recent example.
Okay.
Carter can tell y'all how good I have talked up Jed MacKay.
Mm-hmm.
I love Jed MacKay. Love him as a writer. If I ever met him face to face, I wouldn't go out of my way to be like, yeah, that blood hunt was some wild doo-doo water or what. I wouldn't say nothing like, I mean, I don't think it's that, but I mean, just like, I wouldn't be like, man, I don't really care for this quite as much. I wouldn't say that. Like, I just wouldn't bring it up. I mean, I would just keep that shit to myself. Like, if he asked me, I would be like, it wasn't really my thing. I wouldn't be like, yeah, you're shit, you're terrible, you're bad.
Oh my God, Jed MacKay, hi, bro. Your Moon Knight is amazing. That blood hunt bullshit you did, though, it was right. Your Moon, who does that help?
That doesn't help nobody.
That do? But get you a head nod and walked off. Like, what does that do?
Well, it's silly to me, and I don't think it's the way to endear yourself to anybody. Like, it's I mean, yeah, like I said, if he asked me what I thought, I would tell him, but like I wouldn't just volunteer that information. So yeah, I wouldn't volunteer that information. It's like I would literally come and say, man, Moon Knight, Doctor Strange, you're timeless, you're God, what was it? Actually, I would even go as far as to say that, even Blood Hunt, I just don't like the way Blade's written. That's my biggest, and I know why he's written that way. I just don't like it. I don't like seeing Blade monologuing and twirling his mustache. But no, that said, no, I love a lot of his work, so I'm not going to sit here and be like, he don't know how to write. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to, talk bad about his family and his personal self. I'd just be like, this is the thing that I'm not, it's not my thing. Yeah, it's not my thing. Yeah. I like all the other stuff about Blood Hunt. It's just it's that like literally it's that one aspect of Blood Hunt that I'm just like,
yeah. But I mean, since we are talking about Blade,
yeah, we are talking about Blade. I guess I just take it. Well, I'm gonna take us to our next thing, but before we do, I do want to. We got some stuff. We actually got a couple of things. Actually, we got a couple of things. Actually, hey, you know me, Gavin. I'm not gonna clown. Also, that's the other thing. I'm super excited for his X-Men. I'm like super excited for his X. I think I might be the most excited person in the X community or whatever. I'm excited for it. Like I've seen people be like, no man, I want my Krakoa. I'm like, no man, I want to see what Jed's cooking.
I just saw some comments in the chat. They were like, a lot of people are bashing Zeb Wells about his Spider-Man. Watch him do some Tom King shit and then drop Wonder Woman and it just be the greatest thing ever. I say, yeah, since we've been hearing since so many people have had so many different opinions about Spider-Man, let him drop this X book and it just be just the gospel. Because it honestly would remind me of
it would shut some folks up.
Exactly, because so many people would clown Cullen Bunn's writing quality and story quality, and then he dropped Magneto and shut everybody.
I mean, it like we keep saying this. No writer is 100%. It's not. It's if you like even Chris Claremont. Chris Claremont has wrote some stinkers in his day. I am sure. I can't tell you what they are, but I'm sure. Actually, no. I will say early Claremont. Like early Claremont X-Men. Not bad. It's just that you could tell his writing style wasn't where it ultimately became. I usually tell people when I go back and read like the early Claremont stuff, I have a little bit of difficulty like staying interested in it. But like it's still good. It's just not as good as his later shit where he like had that shit on lock. But no, to get us there, we got Weed Man Wade. I like that. That's some wild shit right there. But zoom this in just a little bit more so we can see a little better. Says, Wells Spider-Man is Drake's The Heart Part 6. Landed like a wet fart. That is wild.
I like the heart. I like the heart parts.
I don't think I've ever listened to it in its entirety. But yeah.
Oh no, I liked all of it because it was all good music to me.
Okay. All right. I'll have to. You know what? I'll pull it up on the Spotify's. But also, thank you, man. I feel like it's been a while, y'all. I feel like it's been a while. I gotta.
You just want to do that because company's in here.
Actually, it has been a while. Weedman Wade, thank you for that. Oh, I don't know if I can still do it. Do you think I can still do it, Carter? I don't know if I can still do it.
I hope not.
1999. In a super chat. Yeah, there you go. I still got it. Don't worry about it, y'all. I still got it. We also got Jay Keno's been out here for 47 months in a row in the Blerd Club Silver Mine since Amazing Spider-Man was a miss. Sadly. But Zeb is still a good writer. I know. Like I said, I 100,000 million, 10 million% agree with this sentiment. That made my day. See, Carter. See. I still got it. Y'all know. He said, "Don't listen to that last one. Save yourself 6 minutes." Oh, damn. Talk about that Drake. Yeah.
Well, that's what Wade wanted anyway. Because after that super chat, a couple of chats down, it said, "And please sing it to Brother Carter." So he wanted that to happen. He wanted that to happen.
Sing it.
We got
go
Jay
ahead.
Keno here. Blerd Club Silver Edition saying Amazing Spider-Man was a miss.
I just read it.
Zeb. Oh, really?
Yeah, I read
Is
it.
my mind that gone, y'all?
Put the sauce.
I need to get out of this fucking timeline.
The 5011 timeline fucking up everybody.
Yeah, I don't like this timeline no more. I am frightened. I am frightened right now. Did you read that $2 one from him? I'm scared now.
No. Oh, actually, no. I didn't get it because it's not, for whatever reason, it's not showing up in the what's his face, but I have it in front of me. So yeah, here we got it right here. So I don't know. I'd probably TP the guy who wrote New 52 Titans. Wait a minute, who wrote New 52?
Who wrote New 52 Titans?
Oh no, I gotta look that up. I have to look that up now. You can't just put that shit out there and I have to look it up now. I have to.
It was Scott Lobdell.
Oh, it sure fuck was. God damn, man,
so
look.
Because number one, I did not know that. Number two, he was doing Red Hat and the Outlaws for New 52, and I liked it.
Well, okay, so okay, yeah, thank you.
I remember more people hating New 52 Superboy. People despise New 52 Superboy. With that red Tron drip he had on.
Yeah.
People hate that Superman.
Yeah, I'm not I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
His original form was basically 12 off Street Fighter 3, and then they just made him look like Clark. Yeah, I thought we forgot.
Y'all thought. We got Paris-Yule out here with the 5 Blerd Club. Man, dude, out here just gifted. Out here. And here, wait a minute. I want to put some respect on this. Gold mode. Got him in gold memberships out here, man. Dude, out here. Dude, Paris out here just making it rain. And then we got let's see. Oh man, we got LP3.
For this. Saying, happy Saturday to the Cave, who is a writer that you and Carter would love to write a Spidey series. Oh God. You know what? I'm gonna go for the easy ass route since I just mentioned their Wonder Woman. Wouldn't mind seeing Tom King write Spidey.
Tom King would write it.
Oh,
but you know what?
Ooh. I want to see how he writes Paul.
Ooh. Okay.
I want to see a Tom King Paul. That's what I want. Piss all of y'all off.
Could you? Paul and Mary Jane, Lord. No, you know what? I'm sitting here thinking about it. I don't know who I would want to see write an Amazing Spider-Man series. I tell you what. And it's only because It's only because I think that we need some more like, I don't want to, man, it's gonna make it sound like I'm like, man, we need to go back to family value Spider-Man. No. But I've been really enjoying David Pepos' take on Space Ghost.
Okay.
And how he's able to blend the kind of edgy hero, but with like kind of like tongue-in-cheek kind of family fun.
Mm-hmm.
I would actually be interested to see what he could do with Spider-Man. I would like to see. I like to see that.
I'll give you a real one. And
okay.
It's because he has shown that he can write it, but they've never given him the main Spidey title. Chip.
Oh yeah. Chip. Yeah, Chip could do it. Oh, I mean, because to be fair, I know he can write Spider-Man because technically he's already done it. But he also wrote Spider-Man and Daredevil as well. So I mean, he could do it.
But they never gave him the Spidey book. It was always some side thing or an Elseworlds. Give him the main one.
Yeah.
Cosmic Red Hood. See,
I love it.
We just talked about Scott Lobdell, and we got somebody with Red Hood in the building. He said he is at work making glasses. Are they the glasses that are in your profile pic? Because I want a pair. Y'all keep me going. Y'all need to hook up on glasses. Let me.
Hey, out here. See, you know what? So look, my mom used to always tell me, or still tells me to this day, really. Hey, always good to know somebody with the hookup. Look, but
right.
Hey, we appreciate you, Pip. Hey, look, if I need him, I'm gonna come looking for you.
Hey. Don Heim. We got Don Heim with the 20 saying sometimes Marvel takes a character to space to take them off the board and gives them space. Iron Man, that's a nice example. Kitty Pryde, that's another nice example. Hulk was kind of divisive. If Marvel did that to Spider-Man, who would you want to write it, and would you want him on a team? Spidey in space, who would write it?
Man. Dude, you know what would be some nasty work?
Yeah, because I got it in my head right now. Go ahead.
Oh, shit. What if they start... What if Spider-Man went into space and just started hanging out with the Starjammers?
Okay. That is disgusting where your head was. But I'm gonna give you that, and I'm gonna raise you. Because that's where my head was.
Oh, shit.
Spidey in space with the Starjammers.
All right.
And seeing as how this is an individual who we know is an established writer because he has several shows and he loves space so much and he's a Trekkie.
Ooh.
Seth MacFarlane. Right.
Bruh. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Do you know how many cutaway gags we would get in that damn book?
Let's get Spider-Man presents the Orville. Let's do it.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I don't normally do. Somehow, I don't even know how this came up the other day. But I was talking to a buddy of mine.
Yeah.
And he brought up X-Men versus Star Trek, which I forgot was a thing. Spider-Man versus the Orville. Man, that'd be some nasty work. Ooh, but I would read it though. I would read it.
Yeah.
I would read it. We've also got Weedman Wade with the 3 says Peter in space with the Guardians, a la Thor in the MCU. I mean, I'd read it.
I'd watch it, to be honest. That's one thing I'm salty about with the MCU. I really think that could have been a fun little side movie.
That would have been, yeah.
I think that would have been hilarious.
That would have been nice. That would have been
And now people want me to go in the hole.
Oh, damn. Wait a minute. Gavin said he regularly lets the Spider-Man office know. I mean, hey, I will, Gavin, look, I don't know if my word's any good, but I'll put it out there. I'll manifest that shit because Gavin's out here. I don't know if y'all. I don't like because I think some of y'all. I don't know if any of y'all know, but Gavin's dropping pencils on Birds of Prey right now, I think. And if you haven't read was it Predator versus Wolverine, Superman 78, that's your boy right there. So yeah, y'all let's put it out there in the ether. Let's can we make it happen? Can we make it a thing? Can we manifest? Can we manifest this? That would be awesome in my opinion.
This is not me trying to like stroke someone's ego in the slightest. But when reading that Birds of Prey, because I didn't even know until you had told me that he was in that Gavin was in the Nerds Coach, stuff like that. Maybe I think it's more so because I had just got through reading World's Finest, but I get a lot of like Dan Mora vibes when I was reading Birds of Prey, just from an art style, and that's why I'm still reading it, because I'm loving Dan Mora's art and I'm loving Gavin's art. But yeah, that's the vibe I kind of get. It's like those two are like they did like a fusion dance, or they got the Katara earrings on one time. So like, that would be dope to see Gavin do a Spidey book. That'd be dope.
I'd be down for it.
That would be dope.
I'm down for it. I'm down for it. We've also got let's see here. Like I said, I'll put it out there in the ether, man. I'll try and manifest that shit, because I would think that would be awesome.
We got another 5. Yeah.
Oh,
Man Wade said he didn't even know there was a Bird of Prey book. He's gonna have to add it to the pool list. And sir, who is that? That was Jerome saying this is a glaze-free zone, Carter. First of all, shut your mouth. It's Pride Month. We can say whatever the fuck we want.
You goddamn right. Hey, you know what? I would even go as far as say it's 2024. Say whatever the fuck you want.
There are no glaze frees. There's no pause, and this is Pride Month. Shut up.
Yeah. No, we do what we want.
Spidey chilling with Nova. I wouldn't mind seeing that shot.
That'd
just
be cool.
to have them be like the Spider-Man Human Torch kind of vibe in space. That'd be fun.
Well, okay, so it would actually give me throwback vibes to very oh my god, amazing early like 90s Amazing Spider-Man, when Amazing Spider-Man, it was him, Nova, Moon Knight, Night Thrasher, I think somebody else, and he used to team up with the New Warriors. I mean, it would be like friends getting back together again. It'd be pretty, I think it'd be pretty cool. Let's get on to our next thing here. We still got more. Bryan Hill.
Yes.
Bryan fucking Hill. He's coming back. Bryan Hill is back on the menu.
He's giving everybody some Little Caesars. He's giving us 5.
Yes, he's giving us 5. Yes.
5.
That is still like wild as fuck to me. Not gonna lie to you. I'm still kind of tripping off that, is because I'm not gonna lie, it's not the way I want it. It's not exactly the way I want it, but you know what?
Absolutely not.
No, but I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen here. I'm gonna fucking accept it. I'm gonna fucking accept it. We have got Bryan Hill returning to Blade, and it's not going to be until October the 9th, but I am going to go on a limb and say he has already probably written whatever it is that's coming up.
He probably finished it. Yep.
Yeah, it is very likely already finished, but it's going to be Bryan Hill returning to Blade. I'm a little I won't say disheartened. I'm a little saddened that Elena Casagrande is not going to be returning with him. 'Cause I really liked what she provided to the art side of
I'm following her on whatever book she is going on next.
Oh,
That book was great for story and art to boot, and that's how you're supposed to do it.
yes, it was fantastic. The Bryan Hill Elena Casagrande blade, in my opinion, is going to go down in history as the best blade you'll probably ever read.
Bryan Hill is gonna go down in history
Yeah.
now because basically the long and short of it, people, I'm gonna let Ernie get
do
more
you
in
think?
depth with it. Is that after Blood Hunt, Bryan Hill is gonna be coming back to do another Blade series. This is gonna be 5 issues. The article is basically saying that for years, Blade has been the deadliest vampire hunter in the Marvel U. Formerly portrayed by the GOAT, Wesley Snipes, with an arsenal of wooden stakes, silver bullets, and razor bats at his command. I didn't know he had razor bats. That motherfucker been watching Walking Dead. Few have known the taste of vengeance and blood like Blade. But after the uncharacteristic portrayal of him in Blood Hunt, Bryan Hill is coming. What is left for the Marvel's most infamous vampire? Did any of the vampire within Blade survive? Did any of the man survive? Well, we can confirm that part because Bryan Hill's back on the book, so the man is there.
Yes.
And apparently, this is going to continue the red band edition that they have been doing with a lot of the Blood Hunt stuff. But if I can be quite honest, these red band editions, they might add like one extra panel. Like this reminds me of like those director's cut that used to be on DVD where it was only like an extra scene in the movie. Like, so the red band portion of it is kind of irrelevant. The main thing we need to be focused on here is that this Blade series is going to we're going to see the events of Blood Hunt come over to this, which makes you even more mad because why didn't y'all let Bryan Hill write Blood Hunt? But
I
here's
think
the
I know
thing.
why he didn't.
Okay, before you say it, you said something. You said that Bryan Hill is going to go in the history books. He's going to go in the history books, actually. And I said this to several people that asked me about it. Bryan Hill is now the one man with the longest tenure on a Blade comic. He is now holding the record for longest Blade. He's been on Blade with this 5-issue mini coming out. He's now been on Blade for 15 issues, and that's now the record.
Yes, because
he is now the man when it comes to Blade. But
it was previously 12, which is crazy to
12
me.
From Mark Guggenheim. Mark
Yep.
Guggenheim previously had the record at 12, but now it's Bryan Hill with 15. Now that could make you really happy, or that could piss you off that it's only 15. That's the record, but still, at least it was damn good writing and damn good art for 10 issues. We don't know about this next 5, but considering the 10 that we got, like I don't see any reason why you would think contrary to that. So Bryan Hill, 5 issues, and then what? Ernie, thoughts?
I mean, here's the thing. I think that the red band thing is a little overblown because I feel like they're never really that much more violent than anything else we've probably seen. But I think they do that largely just so, like, if kids try and pick it up, maybe, like, I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. But I feel like they probably see way more gory shit in video games. That said, we are big fans of Bryan Hill here on this channel and his Blade. I'm looking forward to it, and I will definitely say that as far as like the reason why Bryan Hill is not tackling did not tackle Blood Hunt, I don't think it had anything to do with a lack of desire to do it. I think it just kind of comes down to a couple of things. And I like to often remind people, Bryan Hill is not a guy who only writes comics. He's a guy who writes a lot of different stuff. He's a Hollywood and screenwriter. Some people actually, and Carter, I don't know if you knew this, but if I remember correctly,
Mm-hmm.
he was in the writer's room on one of your favorite TV shows.
Which is?
Ash versus the Evil Dead. And yeah, he writes for other stuff too. Just kind of depends on, like I think when you look at some of his like credits like right now, you don't really see as much, but I think that's probably largely because, well, for one, there was a writer strike, and for two, he's probably catching up on like stuff that he might be contracted for. Some of you may remember Fallen Angels that came out in the early days of the Krakoan era for X-Men, but that was the reason why that book got left behind, was because he had other writing duties to go attend to, and I imagine his schedule doesn't allow him the time that would be required to write a whole ass crossover event, or oversee a crossover event, and then of course write, because the thing about say what you will about crossover events, but it's a huge undertaking. Jed MacKay is writing 1, 2, 3. I think he's writing 3 different books in the crossover, because I know he's writing. Obviously Blood Hunt. He's also writing Doctor Strange, and I think he's writing one other thing. Oh, Moon Knight. I think he's still writing Moon Knight as well. Vengeance of Moon Knight and all that. Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to take up. So I don't fault. I actually don't fault Bryan Hill for not wanting to get involved. That's a lot of stuff to do. It's a lot of writing. But like his Midnight Suns, he's still writing Midnight Suns. So we're still getting him writing Blade in some capacity, even if it's a minor one. And that one's off to a good start. I think we get the next issue next week, and it's I'm looking forward to that. But this is going to be interesting. I think it says a lot that, and I saw somebody mention this on Twitter. If you like, a picture's worth a million words, in my opinion. If you look at Blade, the first, what I took stock of?
What's that?
That motherfucker ain't been to the barbershop.
Okay, I'm so happy you said it. I'm so happy you said it.
He ain't been to the barbershop
the entire time, because I said if this is the art by CF Villa, if this art is indication, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that he just woke up, and that's why it is that nappy. The demon tried to catch him while he was asleep, and he was not able to put not Nan Glob Murray's or the comb in it.
Nope.
I am so happy you said it, because I was gonna say it, but you stopped me from doing it, which shows me where our heads at, and we are horrible people. But you know whose fault that is. You know whose fault.
Yeah. Well, I want to be honest. I want to be honest here. I don't know what to expect from this. But I'm very excited for it, because it's, well, for one, it's more Blade by Bryan Hill. For two, it looks like a Blade that we aren't accustomed to seeing. And I don't know. I feel like this is going to be something special. Because I feel like maybe it's going to give, kind of like how sometimes when you watch you watch a TV show or a movie or something, and then there's maybe like a spinoff that maybe gives a little more clarity to some things, maybe put some stuff in a different perspective for you. I kind of feel like that's what this is going to be. It's going to maybe give. I feel like it's going to be more additive to Blood Hunt, and maybe give people more. I guess more perspective on Blade, and also giving people a Blade that, while maybe looking a little different, might be more familiar to people who are a little thrown off by how Blade is acting in Blood Hunt. So
I did see a lot of people were saying that some people were frustrated that this was only going to be 5 issues, and I did see some people that were saying they feel like, okay, so they couldn't give him the event they should have, so they're just letting him do the epilogue in 5 issues.
Yeah, I mean, and I feel like that is kind of, one way to look at it. Yeah, I mean, once again, it's one of those things. I don't think he didn't do it because it wasn't offered to him. I think he just didn't do it because he didn't want to. Like it's the same reason why, like, you know, some people ask, like, well, why did Evil Ewing only write, you know, 10 issues of Black Panther? Well, I can tell you why. That woman is busy. Yeah. She busy. She has a lot going on. She is Evil Ewing is a doctor and a professor. She writes books. She does public appearances. She teaches classes. Comic books is one of those things she does. I'm not necessarily trying to diminish saying that, like, oh, she just does it for fun, but I mean, I feel like it's not her main gig. Like it's just one of her many gigs that she does. And that doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It just means that her time is not so much that
it's a fun hobby, and she doesn't want to turn the fun hobby into a 9-to-5 gig kind of deal.
Right. And we also got to remember too, you know, she also jumped fresh off of Black Panther onto Exceptional X-Men, which honestly, I don't know how long she's going to write that. We might get 10 issues of that, maybe more. I don't know. But 10 is like the most I think I've ever seen her write of anything in terms of comics that I'm aware of. But also, we also got to think about what was coming up when she left Black Panther. Blood Hunt was coming up, and she probably didn't have time to get involved on that level, even though it's only like, I think 3 or 4 issues. So yeah, it's just one of those things. People get busy. You know, people got stuff to do.
So 2 things real quick. Big K Gaming saying, because one thing I was going to say to you was, if this cover is any indication, them trying to push the red band thing, the one thing about Bryan Hill's Blade stuff was that Blade was very swag and chill and more subdued. And if this cover is any indication, it seems like he's gonna try to, for 5 issues, he's gonna have Blade cut loose. Since we've seen chill, but we're gonna see Bryan Hill just let Blade cut loose. And Big K Gaming in the chat right now is saying that monster on the cover was his barber. He upped the prices on his cut, and Blade wasn't paying $55 for no fade. So he just got twice.
He needed that. He needed to go to that barber he was talking to in that game trailer. Well,
he gave him a really solid bill.
Well, and Gavin kind of puts a little bit of perspective on this as well. It says it's always schedule stuff, because you know, he just said, here, I had to pass on a Blood Hunt tie-in because we couldn't make the schedule work. And that's the thing. A lot of times, I'm willing to gamble at least 80% of the reason you don't see a lot of people on the stuff that you think they should be on is probably that. Because, you know, as like, I think I said this on Nerds of Culture, but writing a comic is a lot of work. It's not as easy as everyone thinks it is. It is, I mean, maybe it's easier to some than it is to others, but drawing a comic is not easy either. Inking, like penciling a comic is not easy. Inking a comic is not easy or quick. I actually would challenge anyone, go watch. Technically, I don't know. Does Daniel Warren Johnson still do his live streams where he doesn't do art anymore for Transformers, but I know he still does like some videos on Transformers still, but like you go back and look at his archive where he's just doing a page, and you look at how long it takes him to do a page. And like he's doing the all the I guess like the automatopoeias that you see, all the inks and, you know, all the pencils, all that stuff, all that, the layout, all that shit. He was doing all that on top of writing it. And
I think another thing that people have to put in perspective with what you just said is that they're having to do all that, and that's just a page.
Just a page.
And they have to be done. Some writers, some artists got to be done by the time the book comes out, like next week or the week after or a fucking month later. And you have to have, if it's taking you 3, 4, 5 hours to get one page done, scripted, art done, this character here, inks, pencils, that whole 9, you still have to, all right, now you got to hurry the fuck up. You're on schedule. Having to move. So I think a lot of you are not thinking about that part as well. So,
It takes time. It takes a long time. It's not anything that it's not an undertaking I think anyone does lightly. It's a year. It's a lot. Even if you don't think that the writing is good, even if you don't think the art is good, there's still a lot of work that goes into it. It's not something like
absolutely. Not everybody is a superhuman Jonathan Hickman. I got 3 years ready to rock.
Right.
And even though I'm not as big a fan of John Romita Jr., you know what John Romita Jr. can do? He can pump out to some people amazing things on schedule, on time.
Yeah.
Not many people are going to be machines like that.
No.
Not many people are going to have stuff done out like that. Like,
right.
Huh? So well, I think a lot of you have to put that in perspective.
Yeah. And I think LL Melvin just really nailed it. Like, right here. It's not fast food.
No, it's not.
It's not fast food. It's work. It's like I haven't shared it in a while, and I might share it, but at some point. But before I had the sense to just pay someone else to draw my comic for me, I think some of y'all remember when I was talking about how I was drawing it myself. I don't think my art's bad. I don't think my art is like super duper mega ultra fantastic either, but I think I'm a competent artist. I think that when given the time, I can do something that is serviceable. And that's me being generous to myself. But I spent the better part of like a month and a half to almost 2 months just drawing almost all of a comic of one single issue. So I imagine for the pros, it's they obviously will be able to do it faster, but it's still work. So, and the thing is, we also got to take consideration for me. I do a lot of other shit too. So it's like, anyway.
Greg Land and his war crimes has entered the chat.
Oh my God. This motherfucker. Hey, I'm going to say something. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this much. You know what? I appreciate the Greg Land is kind of like just still living his best life. I'm not even mad at it because it's one of those things.
Bryan Hill, they are all a part of the Getting You Force. Like they are diabolical. They are all a part of the Getting You Force. Eric Larson in there too. They are all a part of the goddamn Getting You Force. Diabolical. Heinous individual.
Well, no, and it's all for different reasons. It's all for different reasons. Because I'm still thinking about that page you sent me of Savage Dragon. And I'm not gonna lie.
You want to talk about fast food? That's fast food where don't nobody go to the restaurant. That's a hole in the wall. You got to just be goddamn starving to pull up to that drive-thru. You got to be damn near dead by the time you go to hand them your debit card at the second window. Like that's what that is.
Oh my God. I don't know. It wasn't. The thing is, it wasn't even that like it. So here's the thing. It's not even that it looked bad. Because I mean, the art was great. It's just what it was. It was like I'm literally watching this woman plastered to the goddamn what's like plastered to the wall, damn near in his essence, in Savage Dragon's essence.
Spider Woman, he has a silk in Savage Dragon, and she web swings by whipping the web from the hoo-ha. Get you force. Getting you force.
I was like,
get him out of here.
Berter and Jace and all of them. It just, but yeah, because I was. The thing about Greg Land though is that like whenever here's the thing about Greg Land. Whenever I see his art, the only thing I think of is I wonder what like flick this is from. Cause like I think he did the recent. I think there was a Venomverse book that came out this week. I didn't really pay it a whole heap of a lot of attention, but like I kind of thumbed it a little bit just to kind of see what was going on before I like made a choice. And I saw a picture of Null in it, and I was like, I said I can't look at this. I can't be sitting here thinking about Null throwing back shots. I can't be thinking about Noel throwing back shots out
Before
here.
you saw that Dreamcast symbol and those symbiote marks, that was Lexington Steel. It's in your mind now, big dog. It's in your mind, dog. It's in there. Before you saw Silver Sable trying to save the day by beating up Colossus. You know who Silver Sable was first? Riley Reed. That's who it was.
God damn it. God damn it.
Disgusting, despicable. Getting you forced.
I'm sorry. I don't know why.
Can we start talking about our last story, please? I don't want to talk about
yes.
Diabolical.
We're going to talk about our last story. Oh, okay. So, final story of the evening, or afternoon, rather. I don't know what I'm thinking about. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. So, Star Wars, Star Wars. Nothing but Star Wars. There is going to be some sad people for a very short amount of time.
Okay.
I say short amount of time because it's not going to be long between these two things. So Star Wars is coming to its inevitable close at Marvel Comics.
Surprise for me. That's a big shock.
Only for now. only for now. I say that. So basically, what I'm talking about here is both Star Wars number 50 and Darth Vader number 50 are on the way. Greg Pak over on Darth Vader, Charles Soule, I believe, is still writing the core Star Wars book up to this point. And I mean, by all accounts, still looking great, still reading great.
Fire cover.
Wow. Oh yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome right here. This is what it's all about. This is what we do this for. But yeah, I mean, it's good. The book's not. I want to make it clear. It's not ending because like, oh, it's being canceled. They're getting rid of it. No. So for those that are not familiar, since Marvel started doing Star Wars books, the first initial launch of Star Wars material was set in a very specific timeline. And that is the time between episode 4, A New Hope, and episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. If you go back and read like the earliest Darth Vader, Dr. Aphra, and the core Star Wars books, all of that takes place between those two movies. As a matter of fact, a timeline running from right after episode 4 leading all the way up to Empire Strikes Back. Okay. Now, they did a relaunch then. And then that's when everything started leaning more in the direction of the time between like the Empire Strikes Back, you're kind of up to leading up to like Return of the Jedi and so on and so forth. So yeah, while this is ending, it's coming back. It's gonna relaunch. Matter of fact, this is not even this isn't even the second time for Darth Vader. This is his third writer, I think. Because it was Kieran Gillen first.
Yeah.
Kieran Gillen first. You also had Charles Soule come on after that. And now you got Greg Pak. So yeah, and this is, man, I wish those Star Wars videos did better because I really loved reading those books. I still read those books, but like I don't make videos on them because nobody watches them. Well, I don't want to say nobody. Very few people watch them. But I'm thinking about maybe picking it back up again. We'll see. I have a different way I'm thinking about tackling some videos, and depending on how long those videos become as a result of that, you might start to see me cover more stuff. I don't know. We'll see. It's something that I kind of want to do, but it's really all going to come down to how much time is it going to consume on my part to do it this way. But that said, the Star Wars comics, they are getting ready to come to a close and like close out their era. We got actually a little bit of a press release here. I'm going to pull this up because we got the Charles Soule one first. Here, we'll do that one.
Yeah.
It says in Charles Soule and Mama, fuck this name up. Matabik Musabekov. Man, see, look out here. Don't I don't care what y'all say about Carter. He pronounces names correctly. Let's see. It says Jedi Master Luke Skywalker must teach his student Ben Solo a powerful lesson about the true balance between light and dark. He offers up a tale from the days of the Rebel Alliance that touches on multiple eras of Star Wars history and brings this epic run to a thrilling, incredible climax. So I saw some people say, oh my God, please don't go into the sequel territory. I mean, not yet, but I mean, don't. It's going to get there eventually. So
I would assume, I would think you all would want it to go there.
Because it'll probably be better.
Well, yeah, just because you could only tell. That's the one thing that's always struck me as odd. I feel like you could only tell so many stories about what happened in between these films.
Yeah.
To where you would inevitably have to go toward the current source material. And if you were someone who didn't like it, but you enjoyed the comics, you know, you could have those to go to. That's what I would always like. I would always assume that was where that was going to lead at some point.
No, that's 100%. And I want to echo something that Jonathan Schwinn just said. Every Star Wars movie with episode in the title is literally for children. Not saying they're bad, but it's weird to watch adults fight about. No, you're not. I mean, I don't think you're wrong. It's kind of how I look at it. Like, Star Wars always was and always will be for kids. It's why they sold toys for it. I mean, if it wasn't for kids, they would not have sold toys, really. Not like that. Not on the level that they did. To me, the whole thing for me was always just that you have this property that I think people, they watched it when they were young. They grew up with it. And kind of the same way I feel, because people are really weird about this with a lot of other types of media. Sometimes people forget that, like, yes, you were a child when you enjoyed this originally. You are no longer a child, so you are no longer the core demographic for this.
There's literally somebody in the chat saying they were introduced to Star Wars by Muppet Babies.
Yeah, oh, dude, no. So... fun fact, yes, Muppet Babies, there was more than one or two episodes, I think, where they made references to Star Wars or, like, did stuff that was very Star Warsian. And that's kind of what, it was actually my first introduction, really, to Star Wars. So, I mean, here's the thing. You have to let that, hey, why are they making this shit for babies and kids? So you gotta let that go. It is what it is. Star Wars, I'm sorry, it's for kids. It always has been. It always will be. And I think the moment, like, okay. So I had this conversation with Robo and Cypher on Nerds of Culture. When someone asked what we thought about Star Wars: The Acolyte, and the thing I said was, I don't dislike The Acolyte. I actually kind of rather enjoy it. But one thing, if there's any one criticism that I have about that show, it doesn't have anything to do with characters from the prequels showing up in a story that takes place 40 years in the past, from that point, who technically should either be dead or not even born yet. I don't care about that. I don't care about people saying stuff about how, oh, well, what are the Sith? Oh, the Sith aren't a thing. I don't care about that. What I care about is that in the first couple of episodes, and even in some other later episodes, like 3 and 4, there are some moments where the dialogue is a little stilted in delivery, even by Star Wars standards. Now, I want to make something very clear. when I say that, Star Wars typically has pretty wooden acting. And this comes from a guy who loves Star Wars. I fucking love Star Wars. Eat that shit up. Fucking, I won't call myself a super fan, but I consider myself someone who has loved Star Wars for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Since I was a kid. Still love it today. Never really ever fell out of love with it. I fucking enjoy the shit out of it. However, even I can admit the acting in Star Wars kind of trash. You know, and like, what was it? I always like to point out, like, when people try to say, no, Star Wars has amazing acting. You know what I like to always point out to people, Carter? Do you remember the scene of Star Wars Empire Strikes Back where Darth Vader reveals that he is the father of Luke Skywalker?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to play the clip because it'll probably get the whole stream taken down. But, It's impossible. Come on, man. Let's stop sitting here. Let's stop sitting here pretending like that shit was fucking higher art. These people were not providing very strong act. Like, don't get me wrong. Harrison Ford was doing the best he could. Mark Hamill doing the best he could. Everybody involved is doing the best they can. But let's be real. That shit was not Shakespeare it just wasn't. It just wasn't Shakespeare. So that said, when people try and make fun of the acting in Star Wars, I'm like, look, there's a very specific tone and tenor that is used in Star Wars, and it's always been in Star Wars, from the original movies to the prequels when they should have known better, to the sequel trilogy where they goddamn should have known better. And they still use it in everything, even in The Mandalorian. The acting is always wooden, and it's by design. That said, in The Acolyte, there were some lines that felt a little too wooden, even by Star Wars standards. That's what I mean when I say that. Oh, yeah, I want to go to Tashi Station and get some power converters. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Look, don't say... I will slap the shit out of a motherfucker trying to tell me that, oh, no, the acting in the original movies was so much better. Okay. Okay. All that aside, we also can't forget the real GOAT.
Oh, wow.
The real GOAT, Darth Vader, out here.
I didn't even know Greg Pak was writing this. That's wild.
Yeah. Oh, dude, here's the thing. Star Wars comics are some of the best kept secrets at Marvel. And I don't know why they don't advertise this better. The Star Wars comics are better than a lot of the other comics that they put out. And I'm not saying that to be like, oh, Marvel's comics are shit. No, I mean, what I'm saying is that it's some of the best stuff they have. Star Wars is literally some of the best shit that they... Dude, you know how much I love to prop up this Dr. Aphra. Dr. Aphra's one of the best books come out in the last decade.
Damn.
One of the best books come out in the last decade. I will fucking fight a motherfucker over that shit. And they're good. They're fucking good.
Okay.
Dude, what was it? Darth Vader. Dude.
Elite just brought up Vader down.
Yeah, okay, all right. That's it. I'm done. Elite, get the fuck out of my head. Get the fuck out of my head, goddammit. Every fucking time, I swear, because that was literally what I was about to bring up. So, like, I was literally about to bring up Vader down. Yes, all I am surrounded by is fear and dead men. Look, let me tell you something. That made Darth Vader goated forever to me. Forever. If he was not already goated, he was... Oh, man. Stop. I fucking love Darth Vader in the comics. But yes, it's but to get us to the thing, to get us to the thing.
Yeah.
Darth Vader. It says acclaimed writer Greg Pak closes out the longest running Darth Vader comic series ever, alongside Raphael. Inko. Man, Man, I don't know, man. I probably fucked that name up.
I is silent. I is silent.
Oh, it's Anko. Got you. So, and more in Star Wars Darth Vader number 50. Pax run reaches its stunning conclusion as the dark heart of the Sith comes full circle. Darth Vader finally unleashes the unfathomable power he's accumulated through the Schism Imperial against the only person in the galaxy he hates more than himself. Emperor Palpatine. So, this is all good news. This is all good news. And I see, was it Jerome says I started reading Dr. Afro because of how much you talked about. Dude, it's so good. It's so good. Dude, why is this? Where's her TV show? Where's her Disney Plus series? Where is it? I don't see it. I don't see it. I saw, wait. I saw this motherfucker on Book of Boba Fett. Where's she at? Where's she at? Can we? Where's she at? I don't see her. I don't see her. I need to see it. Yeah, no, that's what I keep saying. It's okay. I need y'all to understand something about me. I like Cape Comics as much as the next guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, man, Marvel is doing their non-Cape Comics a disservice. Because I just saw Elite X1 bring it up right here. Even the Marvel books for Aliens and Predator are good. Dude,
I was reading Predator. I don't know about Aliens, but I was reading Predator.
Aliens was good. Aliens was good. It was very good. Which is why I'm kind of excited for, well, I mean, not kind of, I am excited for the was it Aliens versus Avengers that's coming up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited for that very reason. It's good stuff. I'm sorry. I often hear people talk about how I often feel like I hear people say so often, man, I like comics, man, but this cape shit is whack. I wish Marvel did something different.
Mm-hmm.
They do. You just got to pick that shit up. If you pick up the Aliens books, the Predator books, especially that first one they did for Predator, that first one for Predator was, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That shit was fucking solid as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, that was magnifique.
Yeah, that first one. I like the fact that it made it a point to tell you that the films had happened. That's what really locked me into those early Marvel Predator books. Was that literally everything that happened, and then the continuation of it happened. And I think they also mentioned Prey. So I'm like, okay,
yes,
this is dope.
Yes,
this is dope.
The books are out there. You just have to go find them. Star Wars, and hell, it's Now, I'll be honest. I don't like every Star Wars comic that they put out. Don't get me wrong. I have my favorites. It's not to say the others are bad. It's just that I have some I paid. Like, the core Star Wars is great. The Darth Vader stuff, the Dr. Aphra stuff, the Django book that's coming out right now, I kind of just jumped on. It's pretty good. The only one I say that is not like a thing you should just have to read is The Mandalorian, and it's because it's not a new story. It's just retelling the TV show.
Star Wars is doing a crossover with Django.
What's that?
Fuck would they do it? Why is Star Wars doing a crossover with Django? What the fuck was a black slave have to do with Star Wars?
Never mind. Django Fett.
Oh, okay.
Not the Django, but Django Fett. But I think that and then what was it? They had a story arc just came through Dark Droids for Star Wars.
I did see that.
Which was wild. That was wild. There's a lot of good stuff out there. And I think all you have to do is just reach out. All you got to do is reach out and touch it. That's all you got to do. But that said, this is going to be good. I think we don't know precisely when the new stuff is going to be running through, but I mean, it will be running through. So Yeah, it's only like a matter of time.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be great. And I will also say, yes, once again, if you have not already been reading any of these Star Wars stuff, please, by all means, pick up Darth Vader, pick up Dr. Aphra, read the core Star Wars stuff. You will not be disappointed. And for a lot of my, for a lot of my skin folk out here, I know a lot of people like to make the argument that Star Wars does not do right by us. I will present to you none other than one of my personal favorite characters in the current Star Wars canon, which I'm also sad does not, I repeat, does not have a Disney Plus series or anything of that magnitude, and that is Sana Starros. She is that is another character that I feel has been kind of left out in the cold. If you are for whatever reason not familiar, Sana Starros is awesome. Also has her own I think little 5-issue. I think she had a little 5-issue joint. Yeah, a little 5-issue mini series where you actually got to meet the rest of her family, and it was awesome because it was the first time I'd ever seen a black family in Star Wars, and it actually felt like it should. The way that Sana talked to her aunts and her grandma, I felt like I was at a family reunion. So yeah, it was good shit. You know what? I need to get on High Republic. I need to get on High Republic because I think that's the one that I haven't, because I think it's been I think that's one of the longer running ones. I need to actually get on that one. That's another one.
And she has her own book, correct?
Yeah. She had a 5-issue. It was just the 5 issue, sadly. But this is it right here.
There you go, Weed Man.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Because I ain't seen her. There you go. Right there.
Yeah, that's it. Star Wars Sana Starros, which is very fucking good. Very fucking. Oh my god, something. Man, I'm forgetting her first name, but it's because I kept wanting to say Kathy, but it's not Kathy Ireland. That is
Lord, bro.
Yeah, no, it's Justina Ireland. Okay. Justina Ireland and Pere Perez.
Okay.
On art there, but yeah, it's a good book. It's a fucking amazing book.
All right.
So here we go. That said, let's get into our. We got some super chats and stuff I want to go back and get because. Yeah, here we go. We here. We got 500 biddies. We got 500 biddies from I Am Greg or D out here.
All right.
And says, talk your talk, King. Here we go. We got another here from Chi-Town Dan says, the last Cohen says with the $5, Star Wars fans will and have argued with Lucas himself over canon, and that will always be the weirdest flex to me. So spoiler alert for a video that's going to come out after the Blerd Cave goes off the air, probably about an hour or so after the Blerd Cave goes off the air. Okay. I recently had the pleasure of talking with the creator of Darkwing Duck Tadstones. And one thing that came up when I asked him about whether or not he's ever been approached to write any of the Darkwing Duck comics, his response was pretty wild to me. He was like, I would rather not have people come up to me at conventions and tell me how I don't know anything about my character. So yeah, I thought that was awesome. I thought it was good. We've also got Weed Man out here. Oh man, with another one says, I have had a few months of family drama, but the show has been a bright spot every week. Thanks, guys. Also, it's over 200 folks in this live. Get the likes up, man. What are you talking about? Yeah. Also, thank you for that. 1999 super chat. We appreciate that. We also got another one that says from Weed Man with the 5 says, I hit the bong too hard. Why is Carter yelling about the Get You Force? That was from earlier. And then we also got another one here with Left Face says, get those likes up. It says also he says and donate using the streamlabs.com/blur-without-fear/tip link. That is true, actually. Yeah, don't forget.
Yeah,
y'all.
I went to put that in there, but I can't pin it like I can do on
Oh,
Twitch.
you know, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm actually really terrible about remembering to pin it. So that is 100%. That is 100% on me. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take this because I don't think well, where did it go?
Here, I'm putting it in the chat right now.
There it is. Okay. Bam. You do that. And here, I'm going to do this so all the behind the scenes shit is not visible.
Yeah.
And we're going to pin that. There we go. And here, we're going to do the same thing over here on the Twitchies. But yeah, it is, like I said, that kind of it is, you know, what it is at this point. But yeah, don't forget, I actually forgot to bring it up at the top of the hour. But I'm going to just pin it where applicable, and we'll just pretend that I did it a long time ago. Okay, now we can get back to the, yeah, we go. But yes, also, thank you for that. 1999 Streamlabs super chat. I appreciate you. We also got, let's see, we got our man Tubes, the one with the 5 says Spider-Man and Silver Surfer. Just the image of Spidey stuck to the bottom of the surfboard as they fly through space, exploring the universe sells it. You know what? I'd read that. I would read that. I'd read that. And also, I don't know if we caught this one earlier, but yeah, I know we didn't get this. Weed Man with the 5 says, I didn't even know there was a Birds of Prey book, Gavin. I'm going to add it to the pull list. There you go. Love to see it.
We talked about that one earlier. Yep.
Did we get LJ?
Yes, we did.
Did we?
Yeah,
with
we
the
did.
5 pounds?
We got that. Yes, we did. Absolutely. That's why Weed Man Wade was making it a point to say I'm the man of the comments.
Oh, gotcha. I don't even remember. Okay, well, there you go. Look at that. Well, yeah, LJ knew what time it was. He knew what time it was.
Timeline. I'm telling you, dog.
It is. It's 5011 timeline. Yeah, you know what? I always say this, and I never follow through, but I might actually follow through with it this time. We need to make some 5011 timeline shirts. There you go. 5011 timeline. Is it Blerd and Carter of Earth 5011? Welcome to Earth 5011. Oh man, that's gonna be a thing. That's gonna be a thing. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna. You know what? Here, where's my notepad? Here we go.
He's actually gonna write this down to do. You are disgusting. Real quick, while you doing that, we got $2 from Diamond G asking, does Wolverine make it to the Midnight Suns movie? Not if it was the case, it wouldn't be Hugh Jackman. I'll say
no. I don't think it should.
Yeah.
I don't think it should.
Yeah. So
I don't think it should.
Big Blerd.
Yes.
You have been recommending all these good Star Wars runs. Did you have another recommendation for the week?
I do actually. It is going to be an easy one. It's going to be Destro #1 by Dan Waters and Andre Bresson and Adriano Lucas. Yes. Mm-hmm. So this issue came out and it was fire. It was amazing. I loved it. It's man, Energon Universe is cooking. I don't know what it is they got in the water over there at the Energon Universe office. I don't know what they're eating. I don't know what supplements they're taking. I don't know what weed they're smoking. I don't know who their connect is. But whoever it is, whatever it is, they need to keep the party going because this book is amazing. It is amazing. I don't want to spoil. I'm gonna not talk about spoilers on it, but I will just say there are so many amazing characters that show up in this book. Characters that are throwbacks to not even just G.I. Joe. There is a throwback Transformers character in there that I think a lot of people are not going to remember. Some of my personal favorite Cobra characters show up in this book. And just for clarification, for those that do not know about the Energon universe, I feel like it's something I say every time I make a video about the Energon universe, but just so you know, no, the Energon universe has nothing to do with G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero by Larry Hama. It is a completely different and separate universe. It is in no way, shape, form, or fashion tied to. As a matter of fact, there is a G.I. Joe book coming out later, I think this year, and that too will not have anything to do with the Larry Hama stuff. It's its own separate thing.
Think of it like an Avengers and then a new Avenger kind of deal. Yep.
Yes. Also, I'm gonna answer this question. No, Destro is not black. He is Scottish, as Elite X1 just said. As a matter of fact, Destro never been black. It's funny. He has always been Scottish. The thing that's funny about it though is because of the way the cartoons used to be back in the day. Because oftentimes black characters were not very front and center in older cartoons. A lot of the times. And I did a whole video about this. You should totally check out called The Piccolo Effect that I did with the Raving, tried to say two words in one, Waving the Red Flag podcast crew. And it was because of the way he spoke, the types of clothes that he wore, it was very easy for black people to look at him and kind of adopt him as a black character. And you probably say to yourself, well, he didn't sound very Scottish in the old cartoon. Well, let's be honest. No one really sounded like what they were supposed to in those old cartoons.
Okay, so I hear you. Destro is Drew McIntyre. I got you.
Yeah, he got the Claymore.
I think the only negative I would say about the book is the cover, because why is Destro holding that AK like that?
Well, I mean, to be fair, it is kind of funny how he's doing it, but at the same time, it's also kind of awesome. Because he is this isn't a spoiler, but this book takes place after Cobra Commander.
Okay.
It takes place after Cobra Commander and Duke. And in this issue, Cobra is still a new thing. It's not like and I think that's something I wanted to say earlier. Excuse me. I think that was kind of why some people had a disconnect with the Cobra Commander and Duke books when they first came out, is because this was not Duke already being in G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe doesn't even exist yet. He's not Duke as you know him. He's becoming that Duke. Cobra Commander is not the Cobra Commander we know him as. He's becoming that character. Cobra doesn't become a thing till later. Cobra Law is a thing, but that's something different. Destro and Cobra Commander are only just now starting to work together, and a lot of other characters you might be more familiar with, you'd be like, oh, well, why isn't this character with G.I. Joe right now? Why isn't this character with Cobra right now? It's because none of that has happened yet. We are building to the thing. Okay. But yes, Destro is so awesome. It is so good. I had a feeling it was going to be good too. And I got to admit, I like to see when companies get behind books and they put their strongest writers in front. Joshua Williamson, Robert Kirkman, Daniel Warren Johnson, Kelly Thompson, Dan Walsh. You're putting your hitters on the book, so you know it's going to be good. You know that they're going to deliver something special. And this book is exactly that. And I will just say, wait till you get to the end. You will fucking holler when you see who shows up. That said, Carter.
Yes.
What is your recommendation for this week?
Man, since you got the G.I. Joe stuff down, I wanted to go a little different as well, since we've been talking about how much we enjoy capes. But
yes.
I'm gonna be recommending a book I just picked up yesterday from my comic shop here. I got the entire run. There's an Image book called Stillwater. Chip Zdarsky and Ramon Perez. Oh, Stillwater. Excuse me. It was because I had the boys pulled up.
Yeah, I figured. I figured.
Stillwater, Chip Zdarsky, Ramon Perez. I can't really go into super specifics about this book. I will just say I get some Midnight Mass vibes from it. It was something I was going to recommend you to check out. I get some Midnight Mass vibes from it. I get some From vibes from it. Just nowhere near. But it's nowhere near trying to melt your brain like From does.
Yeah.
Small
Is this
town.
Image? Is this Image Comics? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yes. Small town of Stillwell. All the people that are in it
Stillwater
can't die. Stillwater. I did it again. The people can't die. They can't be hurt. They're immortal. They do not age. We have a brother named Daniel that just got fired from his job. He was out partying with his boy, getting hammered, got sprung on. And then he gets a letter in the mail basically saying that a great grand aunt passed in Stillwater and that he needs to come for the will reading. So him and his boy go to Stillwater and things start happening. But the whole pitch of Stillwater is once you come in that town, you're basically immortal. Now, a lot of you all might be thinking about the positive aspects of that, but there are a lot of negatives about that. And the negatives that they show in this book that you do not think about when you're basically immortal, fucked my head up, dude. Okay, fuck it. I'll give you this one because I want to see the look on Ernie's face when I tell you.
Go ahead.
So, okay. Everybody is literally on that Wolverine action. Basically, you can get a limb lopped off and it's going to regrow. You could get shot and it's going to heal after a few hours. And you know, all that sounds cool. You can't be hurt. You can't be harmed. But here's the problem. Let's say, Ernie, you and Cynthia just had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
That baby is forever a baby because it can't grow anything else. It can't do anything.
It's an arrested development. Damn, that's fucked up.
Think about if Cersei is forever that 8-year-old, that 9-year-old, that 10-year-old, how many of you all got? Now, here's the thing with that. They are still that, but they are still like, you fuck around, be your age damn near in the mind, but they're
not
still they're still that baby. They don't age or anything like that. So that is your Cersei is permanently an 8-year-old. That newborn is permanently a fucking newborn.
Damn.
You don't think about shit like that.
But their mind is still. Ooh. I will say this.
They got a lot of miles on them, but they don't.
Man.
But that's a new car.
Oh, damn. I will say this. You know what? The book the book this reminds me of, like, but not for just in the aspect of the core conceit.
Yeah.
And why this has my interest is it reminds me of the Revival.
Okay.
It reminds me of how you could only in Revival, not everyone was like coming back from the dead, but like just the fact that it sounds like it focuses on the pathos of a person as they're coming to grips with the fact that they're in that situation. That to me is very compelling. So yeah, you got me on that one. I like it. Yeah. I'll have to pick this. Dude, okay. See, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. He said R. Kelly's ears.
R. Kelly's ears are perking up, dog. But but the book it's already complete. And for a lot of you all that are kind of hesitant about starting a big long book, only 18 issues. I have all of it. It's 3 trades.
Okay.
3 trades, 18 issues. Really, really solid story, man. I'm halfway done with it now, and one thing I will say is that it does move fast. It's almost like you're watching a TV show, damn near. But
okay.
Stillwater that's a good one. That is a good.
I like it. No, I'll be checking that out. It's funny because like I knew it existed. I forgot about it. But yeah, no, I'm down. I'm definitely down for that. Here we go. Here, let's get us. We got a super chat in here, I think. Yeah, here we go.
Dude. Paris, you.
You just made that a thing. Any other recommendations that deal in the African pantheon? Akagon has put me on. Also, how can we help you cross 100K? Got me over here like the kid across the street on the big wheel in The Incredibles. Almost there. You know what? So here, I say this every time. The thing y'all can help me out with, man, it sounds like such a silly thing, but liking the videos, man, liking the videos means a lot. You know, and it probably sounds like such it's like, well, that's a simple thing. Well, yeah, it is. A lot of times it is. You know, every time, if y'all like the videos, every video, you know, and share the videos. Like, you know, if you like, you know, a video that I did, you know, share it on, like, you know, Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, you know, somewhere else, you know, or whatever. You know, that helps tremendously because it gets more eyes on it. You know, just yeah, I mean, that is honestly, you know, and also for people that, you know, if you're watching and for whatever reason, you know, you're not subscribed, but you're on the channel all the time, you watch the videos all the time, but you're just not subscribed. Make sure that, you know, you click subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you don't miss out on any videos, because I promise you, one of the things that will and often does happen whenever I do videos that aren't, you know, like X-Men or whatever, YouTube tanks the video because not everybody is clicking on it. And you know, and you know, say what you will about you know, the algorithm and whatnot, but I mean, I can't blame it for not doing that. If not a lot of people are watching the video, they're not going to promote it to other people. And yeah, it's very helpful to me if you know, people see the video. You know, just throw that like now. Comment on the video, even if it's just like putting some emojis in or whatever. I don't care. But still, you know, even if it's just something as simple as that like engaging with the video in any way is incredibly helpful. So that is what I need.
Freaky ass porn bots can do it.
Oh my God.
If they can tell Ernie in his Blood Hunt video how Ernie has a fantastic dog and those tricks that dog just did was amazing, and they want to see that dog someday, even though that ain't got nothing to do with what the hell is on the screen right now. Y'all can do that. Y'all don't like. I really hope you all understand how valuable. And I know it seems so minute just to left click a thumbs up, but it is huge. So
it makes a lot of
do that.
Please do that. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. We also got another here from Mr. GQ Smooth, says, I enjoy the show, here to support. Hey, we appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
That is love. And you know what? We also got one, Weedman Wade. Oh, you know what? I think I know why one thing is. Oh, no, wait, it is. It's not. Okay, never mind. We're good.
Yeah.
But we got Weedman Wade over on the on the Streamlabs link out here, man. Out here. Says, I can get you what the Destro creators are smoking. It's some good shit. Man, look, y'all look. Okay, first look, here's my fear. I just don't want that shit having me running down the street like Richard Pryor. That's all I'm saying. If it got me doing that, I don't want it. I don't think Carter was ready for that. Oh. But yeah, let's get into our questions. We're gonna get into our questions from the Discord. Let's do
question from the boy Q Doma. He says, question: how is that Winnie the Poop horror movie getting a part 3? I think they're doing like another Blood and Honey kind of deal where he's like fighting Bambi or something like that. Yeah. How is that Winnie the Pooh horror movie getting a part 3? I find it interesting that there is a market for bad horror movies, but it can be amusing to watch some of them. I mean, if we can keep it a band here, Friday the 13th is a bad horror movie. Certain ones,
yeah.
Certain ones, like, okay, case in point, Jason Goes to Hell. That's a bad horror movie. It leaned all the way. You might as well call that Kraft Goes to Hell for the amount of cheese that they leaned into with Jason Goes to Hell. Jason got the government and the police purposefully had a large-breasted white woman that was blonde in the shower by herself because they knew that was the perfect way to get Jason's ass.
Yeah.
Think about that for a second.
Also, why did the dude eat that? Why did the dude eat the hamburger meat?
I have never understood that black actor. I used to be a fan of his because I would see him in so much stuff. After he just, for no reason whatsoever, just bit into Jason's brain, I have never wanted to see that man in anything else.
Oh no, every time, because it's like he ate that shit like he was eating a goddamn Baconator. I was like, God damn. He was like, oh, I was like, God damn, dude. I was like,
just the way he was looking at it and everything, and then I said, what is wrong with this food?
I was like, bro,
but yeah,
what is he
dude,
doing?
Some of these movies, they like, you know what? You find it interesting that there is a market for bad horror movies. This is not the first. Like, before this, there was, like I just said, Jason Goes to Hell, Sharknado. Look how many sequels Sharknado got. So, I mean, that's why there is a Winnie the Pooh Part 3 coming out, because Sharknado did it. You could throw anything you wanted into how many bad horror movies that sci-fi didn't pumped out.
Well, here's the thing. So also horror movies are low overhead, very low cost. The budget on them is not very high. I guarantee you, if there's a horror movie you've seen that you've really enjoyed, I guarantee you that movie did not have a high budget. Like, I'll put it in perspective for you. I think we talked about this on the Nerds of Culture side of things, like a ways back. But Furiosa, or not Furiosa, when we were talking about Furiosa, the movie Abigail came up. And that movie, if I remember correctly, Abigail had a budget of $28 million. It was technically considered a box office bomb, but here's the thing. It's only because the movie didn't make 4 times its budget. It made like, I think it made like just under twice its budget. If that tells you anything. One of my favorite horror movies of all time, Terrifier 2. Carter, do you know how much that movie was made for?
No.
Not even $1 million. Not even, I think it was made for like $250,000, if that. Let's see, Terrifier 2 budget. Let's see. Yeah, $250,000. $250,000. I mean, and it looks like a $250,000 movie, but at the same time, matter of fact, the first one had a budget of like an estimated budget of $35,000 to $55,000.
Okay,
so not even a quarter, less than $250,000. But the thing is, horror movies, they're easy money. They usually don't cost a whole lot to make. And that's why people just throw them out there. Also, because Winnie the Pooh is in public domain, as is a lot of early days Disney stuff now, that's why you're getting that shit. Because there's a Steamboat Willie movie coming out. Matter of fact, people are making movies about Wizard of Oz now because they can. There's nothing stopping them now. Because public domain's a motherfucker.
Yep.
Let Marvel characters fuck around and wind up in public domain.
Oh.
You gonna get a Captain America horror movie.
Cosmic Red Hood, who hopefully is gonna give us some cheap, affordable Blerd Without Fear, Blerd Cave glasses sometime soon. Hola, gang! Wondering what y'all favorite comic and manga are that you're reading right now. Ernie, I will let you have that manga, but real quick, real fast for me, when I'm not reading this Stillwater, a book that I had heard so much about and I just wanted to see what all the fucking fuss was, I just started at 100 Bullets recently.
Okay.
Once you get past the stereotypes, once you get all that cringe out of your system, because it is there and it is obnoxious. it's an enjoyable read so far for me. Manga, I'm not reading anything, but I saw there is a new Trigun collection coming out, so I'm probably gonna snatch that up myself. Ernie, what favorite comic and manga is you reading? I knew he was bringing up Loser Ranger. He talked about the shit before we started the fucking show. For all y'all that can't see,
Ranger. Ooh. It's even better now because I got my wife into it. The anime, because they just recently put up the first 4 episodes of the anime dubbed. Like it's up in Japanese, but yeah, with my wife, we usually watch it dubbed because she could just. It's easier for her to keep up. Which, by the way, shout out to her. It's her birthday today. So after we get done with this, we're gonna go do some stuff.
You can stop it there. You ain't got to say nothing else. We don't need to know.
I'm cooking.
We don't need.
I'm just cooking.
I don't want to know what you call it. I don't care what you call it.
Elite. I like the dub. It's good. Like, I mean, they do deviate obviously from the actual translation a little bit, but it's actually for the better. Fighter D is a little bit more gutter in the dub. Like, there was something like it was funny because he was like saying some stuff that like was kind of more like recent like slang. And I thought it was pretty cool. I actually thought it was pretty cool. So like I think there was one point where he was like talking about how like oh my god, it was something he was talking about the red dragon keeper, the Red Ranger, and he talked about like so and so doing so and so on the regular, and I was like, oh man, I like that. I like they did it because I know for a fact that was not in the original translation. But yeah, I like it a lot. All the characters sound pretty spot on, and also the I know this is the reason anyone actually watches anime, but the ending sequence of every episode is an homage to how Super Sentai shows end, where they show the Rangers doing a goofy ass dance. And it's like, but it's the main character and the Dragon Keepers doing the goofy dance to the outro. So I like it a lot.
The Tokusatsu video you posted in the Discord, do they show that in there in that video you linked?
What do you mean? Oh, it's about the goofy dances?
Mighty Morphin joint? Yeah. Do they show that?
I don't think they had it in that one. It's kind of more of a like, okay, so Zero Ranger I don't think had it, but the next season after it, I think. Or no, 2 seasons after, Kaku Ranger had it, which was like when they were the ninjas. That one had it because they would do, but it wasn't the Rangers that did it. It was the putties, the henchmen. They were doing it. But yeah, it's cool shit. I love it. But I highly recommend get on that. Get on that.
All right. Number 3 here.
Gotcha.
Homie Melvin saying, what's really good with you Blerd Knots? Hope y'all got paid, laid, and had a nice glass of lemonade for the week. Dream scenario. You are in your favorite comic shop doing what you do when your favorite actor/actress walks in and over to you looking for a character's comic. Who is the actor or actresses and what comic are you recommending to them? Y'all have a good one and see you in the food channel. And I need to see a lot of y'all asses in that food channel because a lot of y'all was asking for that shit and I've seen like the same 2-3 names pop up. Y'all better get y'all ass in there for as much as y'all bug me.
Well, I mean, I put it back in there. So, but I did it for y'all. So, I mean, hey, as long as people are enjoying it, I'm good.
But if your favorite movie star walked in, what you recommending?
Man, I tell you what. Oh man, if I were to bump into a movie star, you know what I would do? I would actually, because man, I love this brother so much because he's just doing so many amazing things. Abu Bakar Salim, some of you may know as Father from the HBO series Raised by Wolves. He just recently made his debut on season 2 of House of the Dragon. He was also the main character of Assassin's Creed Origins. Also Father. But he was also for all my people out there. For all my people out there who are, huge fans of the recent video game, recent hit video game, I would dare say, Tales of Kinzera, Zao. Oh yeah, that this cat right here. If I bumped into him, man, if I bumped into this cat in a comic book shop and found that this dude was trying to get the bag, and it was gonna be in somebody's movie. I don't know, man. Night Thrasher has been on my mind a lot lately. So just because him kind of recently having that new series, and you know what? Even but you know what? No. Because you know what? I'm gonna be fair here. We're talking about another book. If he came and said, "Hey, man, James Gunn just hit me up,"
yeah,
man, he put the call in for me. I'm Mr. Terrific, baby. I'm like, all right. Come over here. Come on, sit down right over here. Put that nasty ass Convergence Mr. Terrific down. If I see it in his hand, I'm gonna slap it out his hand and say, "You come right over here, sir. Right this way, sir. Here is this, the Terrifics. Here, I want you to read this. Take it, go with God." If he told me that James Gunn hit him and said, "Hey, I'm gonna be playing Jon Stewart and I'm gonna be Green Lantern," I'm gonna say, "Here, walk right this way, sir. Here's this these 10 issues of Green Lantern War Journal. Read this. And when you done, read it again. And I ain't saying you got to read the whole thing, but you read the first issue of Green Lantern Rebirth, and then you done. Get on. Get."
All right.
That is how I would address that, Carter. Who'd you
Oh, this is gonna be real quick for me. I don't really have an answer for you because if I saw my favorite movie star in a comic shop, I wouldn't recommend anything because comics would be the first fucking thing from my mind. Next question we got is from Trap God Thanos, because Urban Prince, he's asking us about the Kendrick concert. We talked about that earlier. Yeah. He's saying, Trap God Thanos is saying, "Happy belated Juneteenth, my brothers." Thank you. Happy belated Juneteenth to everybody. Matter of fact, I was wondering, do you guys see a trend of less interpersonal drama in books? It seems now that anytime some interpersonal drama or conflict happens in the big two books, people immediately disparage while feeling good/no conflict moments are praised. An example is the latest Ultimate Spider-Man issue where Hickman bypasses a situation that was drama-filled instead for a feel-good moment that the internet went crazy for. Spoilers, I'm pretty sure what he is talking about is that Peter, Mary Jane, Peter's other son, they all basically find out that he is in fact Spider-Man, and instead of being like, "What the fuck," everybody just kind of rolled with it and vibed. I'm pretty sure that's what he's referring to.
Probably.
I wonder if the time for messy superhero soap opera stories are coming to an end, like your life if you don't get these likes up.
Damn.
Side note, but be careful talking about Ultimate Spider-Man. These Spider fans are not taking any criticism for it. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to keep it real quick. And I don't mean for this to hurt anybody's feelings.
Mm-hmm.
If you want interpersonal superhero drama, go to Image. Because we don't do that over here. We're going to do what we know people, like you just said yourself, Trap God Thanos, we're going to do the stuff we know that people are going to go crazy for, whether we got to make them go crazy or they go crazy themselves. If you want interpersonal superhero drama, go read Local Man.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say, yeah, because I feel like, yeah, they are kind of getting away from it. I think even I would say to the detriment, though. I would say to the detriment. I would say to the detriment, because I feel like those interpersonal relationships are the things that make those characters interesting. You seeing the characters happy all the time is cool. That's great. That's fun. But here's the thing. this is what I wish they would do. Because I think they learned the wrong lesson.
Okay.
What I'm tired of is petty drama. And what I mean by petty drama is, oh, hi, my name's Moon Knight. Oh, hi, my name's Daredevil. Oh, wait, you're a superhero. Oh, wait, I'm a superhero too. I don't like you. We must fight for an issue before we actually address the problem at hand. And it's like, those things always feel forced to me. But now when we're talking about like, oh, something that actually could and should be addressed, that's when they decide that they don't. Now it's time to play patty cakes. It's here where they decide to play patty cakes. And I'm like, man, honestly, I think y'all have heard me bitch about this enough. I'm not a fan of the superhero misunderstanding. I think it's a dumb trope. But that doesn't mean that there shouldn't be drama. There should be, because you have conflicting personalities. But I do wish that they leaned more into those conflicting personalities when it comes to having a conversation. Case in point, I feel like for the most, maybe not with everything, I feel like Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil did a good job of this. Early on when he was having conflict with Spider-Man. I feel like that was handled really well. That, because it wasn't like, oh, we have to fight. It's like, no, we have to have a serious conversation. Yes, there's a fight later. But first, there's a conversation that's many issues removed from that fight. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on that.
Okay. Last question, and then we can get to these questions from the chat. Good afternoon and happy belated Juneteenth, Ernie, Carter, and my fellow Blerd Coens. We still got to change that name because Coco is dead. Okay, here's my question. With the numerous setbacks that have plagued the Blade movie for the past 5 years after its announcement and naming Mahershala Ali as the titular character, do you expect Mahershala to pull out? And if he does, who would you like to see play the part? Thank you for giving a brother something to look forward to every weekend for the past 2 years. Excelsior. P.S.
Aww.
Happy birthday to Mrs. Carruthers.
Oh, thank you. She would appreciate that.
All right.
Man, that's a tough one. Dude, Blade is kind of going down through there. Man, Blade's going down through there. And it shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be hard to do. This should be easy money. It should be an easy layup. And yet, here we are. Here we are. If Mahershala Ali, if he doesn't pull out of them, well, you know what? I think the reason why you probably haven't seen it pull out because there's something contractual in that, in there that, like, maybe a certain amount of time has to pass before he can, pull out of it. I think that might be more likely than anything else. If he were to leave, man, who would I want to take his place? That's a tough one. That's a very tough one. I can't really think of anybody like off the top of my head right now. I don't know if you have anything in mind, Carter, but
honestly, dude, I don't even care anymore. I'm putting the Blade film on the same shelf that the Spawn film is in at this point.
There you go.
I don't care. Dog.
So Jamie Foxx for Blade. There we go.
Absolutely not. I'm really gonna bash that goddamn movie if they do that kung fu treachery. No. Do I think he's going to pull out? I think he's probably already tried, but the contract is just too damn strong.
Yeah.
I don't want to. If he somehow all the stars align and he's able to, who would I like to see play it? Honestly, nobody, because I don't think he's because I don't think it's gonna ever come out. That's
fair. That's fair.
So,
no, I'm here. I understand that. I understand that sentiment.
I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you've said nothing incorrect or wrong, if I'm being honest. So, you know what? Even though it doesn't fit the format, I'm gonna save it and we'll answer it anyway because I'm actually curious myself. No, I was going through and pinning questions for us to answer.
Okay.
But no,
that Afro question. I actually want to know what you say to that.
I'm looking for it. Oh, gotcha. I think I was just about to come to it. There we go. Got it. I'm trying to double check, make sure I'm not missing anything. Because I think we got our questions pretty much.
That boy said we can keep the name because we are just black Orockans. I can't stand y'all.
I mean, he ain't wrong though. Blerd Blerd Rocco. There you go. That's where we're at now. Well, first and foremost, I do want to address these. We got some super chats here that I want to hit first, so that we don't miss them. We got 3 from Pop Culture Guy 3000.
Yes.
Let's get those. First one says. With the 499 says, sorry I wasn't in the chat much today playing Paper Mario the 1,000-Year Door. That's actually pretty cool. I need to one of my brother-in-laws is playing it, and I was at his place when he was doing so, and I actually was very intrigued. So I'm gonna have to check that out when I get out of my Shadow of the Tree mode. But says, wish I could spare you more cash, guys. Hey, you don't have to, because technically you already are. You already are. You're doing the Lord's work right now. So don't you dare. It says, Bernie, aw, you read Night of the Living Cats yet? No, I have not. And you know what? Here, let me do the thing. Because that is a thing. I need to, because I think I want to say, is it on Shonen Jump? I'll have to look and see if it's on Shonen Jump. Or if it's not. I don't know. I'll have to look it up, see where it's at, and see if it's on one of those, and I'll have to go from there. Go with God on that one. Also says one last thing. Marvel ROM Omnibus Volume 2 Dude, I didn't know they came out with the first one. So that's wild to me. I'll have to get that. There's too many omnis I want, because I wanted to get those G.I. Joe reprints that are on Kickstarter. Yeah, I want to get those. Oh, that was a piece of news I didn't bring up. Did you know the original Marvel Transformers comics are being reprinted and released? No. Yeah, they're doing that too. So, dude, yeah, I'm like, bruh, let's go. Let's fucking go.
I will actually tell you something real quick so we can go ahead and go to the questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
That Volume 1 ROM Omnibus, as far as I know, is still in the red tag. It's still in the red tag.
This motherfucker.
He looking it up
now.
I just told me yesterday that you chilling on buying stuff. That motherfucker looked over and typed immediately.
Yep, I'm already here.
Unless they took it off, it was in the red tag.
Wait, I'm looking. Oh, wait, Heroes Reborn. Lord. Yeah, I'm looking through here. I'm looking for that motherfucker too. Let me fuck around and find that shit. Hell, they still need to send me my goddamn icon of Rocket, is what they need to do.
Damn.
They still ain't sent me that, but that's okay.
What
No, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it.
Okay.
So it ain't in there no more. But you best believe, I'm gonna be looking. You best believe I will be.
While you looking,
I got what do you got?
Did you already read the Tubes the One joint?
The super chat?
Yes.
Did it just pop up? No, I have not read it yet. So here, we're going to pull it up.
All right. Tubes the One with the 5 saying Michael Jai White for Blade. I disagree with that. Yo ass just got to playing Midnight Suns. And while I'm at it,
did you see the thing they did? Did you see the thing they did back when Midnight Suns came out?
No.
So the studio Firaxis did like a video where they actually had Michael Jai White dress up as Blade for a promo video. And I'm not gonna lie, that shit looked cold. Like he's up in
look it
age,
up, yeah.
but it look cold.
He said, and while I'm at it, Aldous Hodge from Mr. Terrific. That's basically who he is in Leverage anyway.
This is true.
I've never seen Leverage. I know that brother is probably busy being Alex Cross right now, trying to get the purest of Morgan Freeman vibes for Amazon Prime. So
Hey, I ain't
mean,
mad
that'd
at
be a
it.
good look. Anything will be better than fucking Hawkman, how he got broke off. Good Lord, Hawkman
Man,
was far in that movie.
don't even get me started. We also got one here from the Streamlabs side. Says this is from Shadrick Echoes with 5. Says good look on the likes. Ernie and Carter don't have to come out like Kendrick again. Yeah, get them likes up. Get them likes up. Look, hey, they know what time it is right here. They know what time it is. They know they know how we do here. They know we don't want no problems out here. Okay, we don't want no problems. I'm actually gonna go back to, because I have noticed that sometimes Streamlabs is weird about like showing me shit. So I'm actually going back through and just double checking, making sure that I have not missed a single one of you, because I know for a fact, sometimes OBS tries to hoe me, and other times YouTube tries to hoe me, but we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We got it. I went back through, checked everything. We got everything. We're good. Okay, so let's get into our questions from the chat that I have already curated. This one, like I said, I'm actually going to do this one because I'm curious myself. It's an answer that I would also like to know. Let's see here. Let's go to my YouTube channel. And let's see. Can I do this by... Okay, here. Popular. Or no, wait. I'll have to do it a different way. We'll actually have to do this. I'm going to have to go to my dashboard to do this. Basically, the long and short of it is, what is my most liked video? Let's see. Can I... let's see here. Can I filter by likes? I wish it would let me see. Like, I wish it would let me, like... I don't know if it'll let me. But I can definitely say this. I can tell you what my most popular video is, which probably does have the most likes. Like, it would make sense if it had the most likes, because of just by sheer volume of how many views that it has. Here, I'm gonna pull it up just so we can... oh, I hate how they do this now. Oh, I did not mean to click on that. Here we go. So, for those that don't know, and I'm probably not going to do this anymore because it's a... I don't like the way it is. I'm going to have to turn that off. You probably don't... Y'all have no clue what I'm talking about. But, so yeah, this is... YouTube is doing this thing where you can actually, like, change how videos show up on your screen. I'm testing it out. I don't really like it, and I hope they don't move forward with it. But yeah, so this one is 14,000 likes. This is my How Wolverine Got Out of His Adamantium Shell video for Hunt for Wolverine #1. Now, this video has 1.2 million views. That's why it has 14K likes. And this is why I say the power of liking the video is strong. Because I promise you, this video did well because so many people liked it and shared it and commented on it. If I'm not mistaken, I think this video has, here, let's actually look at the metrics for it. Yeah, 1.26 million views, 14.4K likes. And does it say comments? It doesn't show me the amount of comments, but I know the amount is a lot. So there's that. Y'all just kind of saw a little bit of how the sausage is made. More or less. So yeah, there you go. Thank you for that, B.E. Francis. Next question. YTube Noob says, question, does Moira actually reincarnate in the same timeline, or is she hopping multiverse variants like Byakuran from the Hitman Reborn anime? So yeah, basically these are all different realities. They're all different realities. That's why they're able to go back to them in Dead X-Men. So yeah, these are different. Like the timeline is ultimately starting over. It's basically a whole new thread, for the most part. That's the way. Excuse me, why? That's the way I understand it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, and like I said, it's one of those deals where I don't know if this will ever be addressed again, because honestly, it was kind of a weird plot point. It was a cool one because it was so weird, but I don't know if it'll ever get addressed again. We also got G Martinez Mac out here with the question: authentic representation focusing on rich and varied backstory should be prioritized by writers. Character deaths should be rooted in individuality, not BS cliches. Justified or nah? No, I think you're right. Stereotypes are the easiest form of characterization, and I think that's why so many people lean on it. When I'll tell you my best practice. I'll tell you my best practice, because I'm writing a submission for Mad Cave Studios. For those if for whatever reason, if you are not familiar, I'm actually gonna, because I know we have a lot of people out here who are you're wanting to get yourself out there. So I'm gonna leave you all with this. There's a talent search right now, this year. Mad Cave does it every year. And they're doing this deal where they are going to pick a very set number of people. So here, let me zoom this in a little bit just so y'all will be able to see it better. But basically what they're doing is you have an opportunity to get in on this. They're going to be looking for 2 writers, 2 illustrators, 2 colorists, and 2 letterers. And basically, all you have to do is this. Your submission, which you can only submit one, that submission needs to basically be either about Battle Cats, or The Devil That Wears My Face, or Nottingham, or Hunt, Kill, Repeat. If it is about anything other than those, or if you try and submit something original, I promise you, it will not get read. But and they got submission forms and stuff. I think submissions are only open from June 1st through August of this year, and any submission received before or after will be disregarded. As I said, you must be 18 years or older to get in. If any of you are interested, I'll put the link for it in there. But I brought all this up to say that I have been writing a submission for this. So like I said, I'll put this in here for y'all. That's the link. That's the link to it. I'll put it on the Twitch side as well, just in case. But yeah, I'm writing one right now, and one thing I'm doing, I set mine. While it's in the same universe as the Devil That Wears My Face, I set it during the time of slavery. And it's because the Devil That Wears My Face takes place in the past. I think it takes place like in the 1700s, I think. Somewhere in there. Maybe before that, I can't remember exactly. But mine takes place in the 1800s. And one thing that I had to be very cognizant of was, well, yes, there are characters that are going to be written in the story who may or may not be slaves, not being too cartoonish with how they talk. Not using the typical, we's gonna overcome, sir, Master Sir Jenkins, sir. Like, not doing that. You know what I mean? Like, yes, they're going to talk in a little bit more of a broken English, but not something that's so comical. And the main character, while he is a free black man, and he is educated, I don't want him talking so educated that that he doesn't sound like he hasn't ever experienced any adversity or didn't come from a place of not being as educated before. Like, there will be moments where normally he talks pretty, I guess, standard King's English, but there'll be moments ever so often where some of that slips out of him. In certain moments or whatever, just because that's my experience. I'm not saying it's everyone's experience, but just saying that, like, stereotypes are, they exist for a reason, but I don't think that they should always be the rule of how everything works. Same thing goes for there is a in my own other personal projects I'm working on. I'm writing a character who is gay. I'm not writing them like Yas Queen, honey girl, sister. Like we're not doing that. Like do they have a little more flair to them than most other people? Probably, but it's not like I'm not trying to make a cartoon character. You know what I mean? That's why I say, like, I do think that, a more nuanced take. I think that is always going to be I think that's always going to be the better way to do something. And it's why I don't like going back to that Convergence, Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't like that. What is Battle Cats? Man, it's going to sound really dismissive to say this, but it's basically legally distinct Thundercats. What if Thundercats were still on Thundera? There you go. I mean, that's a gross oversimplification, but yeah, it's basically like humanoid cat people. But yeah, it is what it is. But yes. That said, our next question, John Stewart says, Dr. Afra casting. Ooh. What I would do, and maybe there is some recency bias. I actually no, I'm gonna admit it. There is some recency bias here. I would pick. Oh man, I would love to pick Maya Erskine. Some of you may know her from the more recent Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I really like her as an actress. She's really solid. Oh my God, I am not putting that picture out there. Nope. That was one where she was a little wild out here. But no, he's like running to Twitter. Like, let me do this. But no, Maya Erskine, I would pick her. She would be one of the people I'd probably jump on for this. I say recency bias, not only just because of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but also because she is the titular Blue Eye Samurai. So yeah.
So you checking her off for both live action and animated?
Yeah, just period. Yeah, just across the board. I think she's a solid actress, and I really don't see any I don't see any daylight really between the characters I've seen her play in other things versus the character I think Dr. Afra is. Like, I feel like she would be able to portray that kind of smarmy, smartest person in the room who is both a scoundrel and an archaeologist at the same time. Basically, like Space Indiana Jones is basically what like if you took Indiana Jones, put Indiana Jones in space, and made Indy a bad guy, or not, I won't say like a bad guy, but just a very morally misguided person. That's who Dr. Afra is, and I think she could do it. I think she could do it. And then our last question, I think it's our last question. Yeah, it's our last question. Is from Jerome. This question: who would you say are some of the best writers that are equally as good as the primary artist for their comics? Ooh, okay, this is a good one right here. This is a good one. So,
I feel like it's obvious who we're going to say.
You know who I'm going to say, goddammit. You already know the fuck I'm going to say. Don't even fucking play with me, okay?
That's why I like... You know who I'm going to say, but mine is... Yours is better than mine because yours doesn't have a miss yet.
Oh.
But go ahead, say yours. Wait.
Oh, I know who you're... Okay, I know who you're... I think I know who you're going to be talking about. I know
okay.
You're... Okay. For a second, I was like... I'm not gonna lie to you, Carter. You kind of fucked my head up for a minute. Because the whole time I was sitting here, I was scratching my head, trying to be like, wait a minute. Daniel Warren Johnson fuck up something?
Oh, okay.
I was like, wait a minute. Daniel Warren Johnson, he got a miss? He done fucked up some shit? Like that was where my head was. But no, do a Powerbomb, Transformers, Extremity, Space Mullet, Murder Falcon, Wonder Woman Dead Earth, one of Carter's personal favorites. As well as Beta Ray Bill. I think Daniel Warren Johnson is good with the pencil in his hand as a writer, as well as he is an artist. I think his art style is fantastic. It's bombastic, it's wild. And honestly, looking at his art, I can tell that he doesn't work digitally. Like, I can look at it and just tell. And he's, I don't know, just it's something about his art. I really like it. It's I don't know. It's got the right amount of cartoonishness and realism in it. Mm-hmm. And I feel like he does a really good job. And I really don't want to show this nasty picture because I don't, it's such a, it's such nasty work just because of, how it all, no, I'm gonna do this one just because it's so amazing. But like right here, I just want to show this. This right here. This shit is amazing. You can't sit here and tell me this shit ain't amazing, okay? You cannot sit here and tell me it's not amazing. And yeah, I think that, this guy, he knows how to do it. He knows how to do it. And I love it. I love to see it. Probably, I actually wanted to show the ones where the dudes caught that devastation device, but I didn't want to see dudes' teeth get all messed up. Carter, who is yours? Who's your guy? Who has a miss?
Oh, Chip Zdarsky.
I had a feeling. Yeah.
Because I knew you were gonna say Daniel Warren Johnson, so yeah, Chip Zdarsky. Yeah, absolutely.
That is true. That's true. I mean, but here's the thing, though. Man, I feel like Chip. Man, actually hurts me to say that. Yeah, man.
What's that?
I feel like
art wise.
Yeah, no. I'm saying like it hurts me to say he has a miss because man, I was like, dude, he's just so good.
Oh.
No, it hurts me to say that because yeah, man, I'm thinking about it like, dude, yeah, because when it comes to like his art, I feel like he always does really good. And I feel like it's a one blemish. It's one. Don't worry, Daniel Warren Johnson's due for one, and I'm gonna be a sad motherfucker when it happens.
Oh, bro, don't wish that into existence.
No, I'm gonna be a dude. Trust me, it ain't gonna hurt anyone more than me. It ain't gonna hurt anyone more than me. I'm gonna be crying my ass off. I'm gonna be crying my ass off, dude. First off, did you read the most recent Transformers?
No, I haven't touched it yet.
I gotta show you this.
Okay.
It ain't
actually asked me that with the Stillwell and New Burn that I bought yesterday. I saw they only had one copy left of Transformers. I did see that though. I did see somebody get Tomb. I couldn't figure out who that was. Tombstone, the fucking Optimus. I thought that was hilarious.
No, that's Shockwave. That's why you got the
Shockwave.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why you got the. He had to catch that work. No, he had to catch that work. No. Daniel Warren Johnson hasn't put out a book that I think is a miss yet. But like I said, if he does enough books, eventually he's gonna because everybody gets one. So at least one. Everybody gets a miss every now and again. But yeah, it is. That said, yeah, that's it. That's it for us. I think that's it for us. Right. Carter, do you have anything that you want to announce before we head out of here?
Everybody that's been watching the anime Windbreaker with me in the Discord. Oh yeah, I see that super chat too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching that as soon as we're done with this. I already got it ready to rock. We all get to watch the final 3 episodes of Windbreaker together. So you all just go and prepare yourselves in the TV room because I'm literally going over there after we're done. Like literally.
Okay.
And we also got a 1999 super chat here from, I always like saying his name, Sir Barrington Edward.
I love it.
Hey fellas and a Rocco Blerds, y'all stay dope. Ernie, I have a graphic novel biography of Oscar Dunn to send you for your research for your for your submission. Excuse me. Let me know where to send it. Peace, Carter. Thank you, Sir Barrington.
I was gonna say, yeah, no, dude, I'm here for it. No, send that. Okay, so go. Easiest way, go to the about section on my channel and go to the contact link. It'll send. It'll get you to my. I can tell you what it is. It's blerdwithoutfear@gmail.com. That's not a secret, but that's the easiest way to get to it. But yeah, hit me up there and yeah, send it my way. Send it my way. I would love to check that out. I would love to check that out. That is because that is, you know, speaking of, I didn't have a lot of materials to work with, but I did have one of the things I kind of looked into was like black preachers and pastors from like that time frame, what kind of like prayers and things like that you know may have been more common or prevalent, you know, and just, you know, the style of like, I'm not drawing it, so I mean it's just it's description only, but like what was the most common style of dress, stuff like that. But also that having that would help me out tremendously. So yes, please, thank you for that. Also, thank you for that. 1999 super chat. We appreciate you on that. And also, I think I want to make sure I didn't. I think we're actually good. We're good on all sides. I think we're good on all sides here. Yes, we did it. So here we go. I have nothing else I don't really have anything to announce outside of stay tuned. Like I said, probably the next hour or so. Ooh, wait a minute. Ooh, okay. I'm adding that name to the list. Thank you. Here, let me get that down. Booyah. There we go. Booyah, we got this. But no, I'm going to, I'll be posting that. It's a really awesome conversation, about an hour long. I've been kind of trying to get away from doing longer interviews, but honestly, our conversation just kind of went such that we just kept talking. We had planned for 30 minutes, but it was such a good conversation, it went to an hour. So there you go. That happens sometimes. But yeah, it was good times, and get to talk to the creator of Darkwing Duck, Tad Stones, and you know, getting some really cool inside baseball about you know, Darkwing Duck and how it all came to be, and you know, some of the, you know, kind of, you know, funny behind the scenes stuff, as well as, you know, his take on, you know, some of the stuff that's coming out now regarding Darkwing Duck, and even maybe a little bit of insight on why the Darkwing Duck reboot on Disney Plus has not come out yet. There you go. That said, I don't really have anything else to announce. Keep your eye out too, because I think we got some shorts out. I'll be putting out the Thursday episode of Nerds of Culture over on the podcast side of things. If for whatever reason, I don't think we have any other like things, but that's really all I can think of right now. There's really nothing else. I'll probably be kind of in and out for the rest of the weekend, because not only is it, you know, once again, wife's birthday, but also I really want to play some Elden Ring. So I'm going to be playing some Elden Ring. Don't look for me. That said, Carter, you said your piece. You're going to be doing the Windbreakers thing here just right after this. I don't have anything else. So for Carter Presents, I am the Blerd Without Fear. And Paul, you can go to hell.